nobody else. But then time caught up with my plans. And when the day broke, it exposed me for the fool that I really am. But you said, let me lead you, let me take you by the hand, yeah. So I can feed you from a good and precious land. All my eyes have seen, you're all I need, you're all I need, yeah. So now I'm learning to walk in your steps. And through the valley of confusion, I've been losing my apprehension with death. But you said, let me lead you, let me take you by the hand. So I can feed you from a good and precious land. Now I owe it all to you, giving my heart to you, freedom becoming true. Nobody else like you, do what you promised to. And I'm so grateful for your love. And all my eyes have seen the wonders of your mystery received. I've tasted what it means. Now nothing else is good enough for me. You're all I need. You're all I need. You're all I need. You're all I need. Oh, I need you. Yeah, I need you. Oh, I need you now. Now I owe it all to you, giving my heart to you, freedom becoming true. Nobody else like you, do what you promised to, and I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for your love. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I need you in my life.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? We are grateful to be here on this Tuesday night. You know how we do it when we go live. It's the Young Lion TV podcast where we get into a bunch of different topics, things that are going on, things that have been happening this week, and stuff that we've seen, just a lot of things that we're going to talk about. You're here right now. Make sure you hit this like button, share this video with your friends so that we can get the algorithm going. You are watching Young Lion TV. Let's go.
Young lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young lion, won't you get up and start fighting? Everywhere I look, they're hiding.
Yes. Young Lion TV. We do this 100% live every week. Shout out to everybody who is joining us in the chat right now. I see our sister Courtney in there. What's up, family? Make sure you guys are, again, hitting that like button, sharing this video with your friends. These are just conversations that we have talking about what's been going on. We try to get this together every week. Last week I was out of town on vacation, so we didn't do a stream, but we're back. and ready to get into some topics. We got to talk about this whole American Eagle jeans commercial scandal. We got to talk about
Scandalous.
yeah, like people talking about the DC being federalized because of all the crime and this brawl that happened in Connecticut. I don't know if you guys saw that whole thing. We're gonna talk about that a little bit and get into some other stuff. Of course, you know what it is. This is what we do. But if this is something that you think you want to support and keep going and have these conversations continue to be public so that people can see men that are trying to hash out deeper topics that are happening in the world, whether it's culture, whether it's marriage, relationships, being a father, husbands, all that stuff. Make sure you go on over and support us through the patreon.com/YoungLionTV. That is the easiest way where you can just go over there and sign up and become a member and, just donate to the cause every month and help us keep this thing going. Shout out to all of our Patreon members who have been supporting us for so long. And if you want to just donate on the Cash App as well, we have people that don't like giving the Patreon their fees. So they just hit us on the Cash App, which is $YoungLionTV. So you can do that as well. We appreciate those as well. Like I said, all that stuff, it just allows us to keep this going because the software that we use, the streaming capabilities, the equipment, everything costs money. And you guys that support us and keep donating to something that you want to see keep happening is why we keep doing this, but also because we believe this is something that changes culture. It changes the idea of what men are and what men should be in society. So we're going to keep these conversations going. But shout out to Uncle Denny. I see you in the chat.
What up, Uncle Den?
But I got with me today my brother. He's the coolest Asian in the podcast world. I will bet money on it. Put everything on it. Coolest Asian in the podcast world. He's my brother.
Appreciate that, Jamie.
I've known this guy forever. He is my brother. I love him. Mr. Simone Chang is with us today.
What it do? What it do?
And you can see that there is an empty spot on that logo right there. The Young Lion logo that we have there, branded. He should be arriving pretty soon. He's missed a bunch of weeks because he's been busy, but my big brother should be here in a minute, so we're waiting for him to arrive. But also holding it down, producing as she always does, pushing the buttons, switching cameras when she's not texting on her phone, is our mother, and we love her, Miss Angeline Lopez.
I'm looking at stuff in there.
Exactly. You're looking at stuff in there instead of watching the camera.
Stuff that people are saying.
I know that is what I'm saying. But your
Sometimes,
job is
yes.
to change the cameras.
I
Now
know.
we can see the chat here. Last week we was like, what, mom?
There you go. That's good. I like that. Emma, what's up, Emma?
Shout out to our brother Emma, one of the biggest, longest standing Patreon members and one of the original supporters of the podcast. What's up, man? Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Again, share the video, hit the like button, help us out in that way. That's the simplest thing you can do. But yeah, man, back in the States. I was away last week
How
when
was
we were
it?
streaming. It was so nice.
I mean, you go to the same resort. and
Yeah.
You guys are pretty happy with it, I can tell, because
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
been there multiple times.
Well, here's the thing. It's the one we can rely on.
Right.
So like we've been to others, we've tried out others. We went to one together.
Yes,
That
yes.
was a complete bust.
The games were fun.
The games were fun, but they all do that. They
Yeah,
all do that.
they do.
They do. So like,
Not the one that we went to, actually, because I went to Playa del Carmen, Cancun area for my honeymoon. They didn't
have that. They didn't have
play-
like the
they-
entertainment stuff at the pools.
No, not.
Oh, that's interesting.
It wasn't like that.
Okay.
They did because it rained almost every day. They had like cards and stuff like that, but
They didn't do
I don't
like
think,
the-
I don't think they would have if because people are cooped up inside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did it. They do it at all the ones we've stayed at, and but yeah, this one in particular is just very consistent. Like we love the layout. We love how the vibe there. It's not a party vibe at all. Like
Right.
with people, trying to turn up
Right.
doesn't. It's all chill. And
It's a family
It's like
resort.
more family.
Yeah.
The volleyball is always popping there. Like Mom will tell you because she went with us last year. Like that volleyball was like
And I played- I
she
played,
played
too.
too. It was every day and like for hours. Like they're playing
Yeah.
volleyball.
She played.
I got knocked down a couple of times
Yeah, she did play.
by these wild men that think they're playing a tournament.
It was like that this time too. It was like that this
Oh,
time.
really?
Meet the Fockers type of feel.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Getting spiked on.
Yeah, bro. Like it gets competitive, man. It gets
Wow.
competitive. And the thing is, like, so you know how like they'll have the staff come out and do the volleyball with you,
Right.
Right. But once that's over, the game continues.
Yes.
Right.
And it just people keep playing. You know, they sign the ball out, and the game. It was like
Nice.
I had to stop playing because it was just like too much.
I've never had that. Every place that I've been to, it was people trying to play volleyball.
Yeah.
And you know how that feels.
I know. But that's the good thing about this place is like where the people come from. They're coming from places that
Like Brazil.
they come
and
from
different-
Brazil. They
yeah,
come
yeah.
from Argentina.
So
they
they
come
do
from
play.
Europe to
Right.
go there. So it's not like you're gonna get people, of
Right.
course, that are in the way. It
Right.
just happens,
Right.
you know.
Like me, I
But
was in the way.
no, mom was
But I did serve very well.
yeah.
I didn't hit the ball too well, but I served.
I noticed that actually, even in like Puerto Rico, I don't know if they were Spanish, but all the kids they were like bumping and setting the ball like around, and they knew exactly
You could tell
how to do it. That's just part of their culture.
Yeah.
They play. Like
Yeah.
our friend Talita, actually from
Brazil.
from Brazil.
Yeah.
I remember going to Venice Beach and we had the volleyball, and she was like bumping, setting.
Yeah.
She used her foot
Yeah.
one time.
Bro,
I was like,
a lot of
impressed.
a lot of people out there were using their feet
Wow.
to like save the ball or just using their feet in general. I'm telling you, it's way
Jamie played a lot. Like
Yeah.
Jamie was on.
Because volleyball is
Yeah.
it's so fun.
it's one of my favorite. It's one of
Especially
my
when you're playing with people that know how to bump and set,
Yeah.
and they're passing you the perfect spike. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I was killing it. You know what I mean? Like, I had this one this couple and like their son, and I think they were from either Spain or France or something. Because they spoke English, but it was very broken.
Yeah, yeah.
But they picked me up. They were watching me play with I had some kids I was playing with. They picked me up on their squad, and we were just wrecking everybody for like 15 games straight until
Dang.
their
So
son.
it's like a pickup field.
yeah. Their son split his toe open in the
Oh
middle of the game,
gosh.
and then and then he had to leave. They had to call first aid because the thing is like there's sand, but right underneath the sand it's rocky.
Oh wow.
So like if you dive or if you
Yeah, I got knocked down in that sand. It was
yeah,
rough.
like dude, that's from diving.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Y'all can't see it, but it's nasty.
Jamie, I never saw. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
But so once he split his toe open, we had to sub him out because we were playing 6v6s.
Uh-huh.
So we had to sub him out, and like this big muscly dude from the States.
Muscly dudes can't
He was
play.
like- he was like,
they're not limbo.
He was like, "I'll play," and they were like, "Okay, you come and replace, bro." He ruined everything. We out trying to set to him, pass to him. He just goofy, just like,
Oh man.
I've learned at a young age playing football, it does not matter how muscly, how massive you are.
Yeah.
If you're not athletic,
Yeah.
then you
I know some of the best people were like, just regular looking. They didn't look athletic, but they knew how to play.
Right.
Girls. I had women on my team that were killing it.
Yeah, when we went last year, some girls were really good then.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Courtney said it's okay, Mom. Moan said he would hit the ball so hard he would hit my glasses off. I'm not playing volleyball with him and Stan. LOL. You know why I said that to her though?
Why?
Because
She was talking trash.
Was talking trash. I said I'm gonna Gaylord Fokker you.
Gaylord.
Oh my God! You did that to her, knocked her glasses off.
No, he said he
No,
would.
I said I would.
He didn't do it.
I thought you did.
But I was just kidding with her. I would do that.
Yeah.
I would not spike it that hard in the
Not
woman's,
that hard.
Not in a woman's.
Yeah, remember when we all went to the resort we had fun playing volleyball together.
Yeah.
But there wasn't good competition there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, it's hard. So, yeah, I'm glad you had fun, bro.
Yeah, it was dope, man. Just, we know that place. The kids love that place. Actually, I was telling y'all Lisi wanna do her Sweet 16 there.
Is
so.
it next year?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm there.
get ready.
Let's go.
Um
I had a good time actually. When I got there, dealt with airlines. My flight was supposed to leave at 7 to go to Fort Lauderdale to spend some time with Jessica's friend,
Yeah.
April. And
we actually crossed paths.
we
in the
crossed paths
airport,
because
yeah.
John dropped my wife and
Yeah.
Papa Jeff off, and I was coming straight,
Yeah.
from work and stuff, and I met them there, but it had stormed really, really
Yeah.
bad, and our flight ended up getting delayed to like 9, so we missed all the connection.
Mhm.
Like we didn't end up getting to Atlanta till like 2 a.m. Was going to get a hotel because they reserved a hotel, and I was like, by the time our flight, we ended up getting another flight at 8.
Yeah.
But by the
By the
time,
time you
we
go
go to the
check
hotel,
in, yeah.
you get like an hour and a
Yeah.
half, maybe 2 hours sleep. I was like, I don't advise this.
Yeah.
Let's just go get our bags.
Yep.
Because they checked our bags and then go back in security and just slept at the airport till the next morning.
Yeah.
It was the worst, the worst sleep, dude, ever.
I know that sleep.
But
We've been there.
But the next day, Saturday, we went to a spot. I don't know if you guys ever heard of. It's just outside of Miami. There's the biggest sandbar in the world, and Fort Lauderdale, Miami, is like known for like I think the biggest place where people just have yachts and boats.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this big sandbar in the middle of the ocean because the tide just brings in the sand.
Yeah.
And you go there. It's pretty big, but there's like two feet of water in the middle of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So all these yachts come there and they party. They have their umbrella right in the ocean. There's food boats that come like that sell ceviche.
Oh, that's crazy.
You can get Uber Eats to.
Wow.
To bring a boat?
Yeah, this one dude was paddling like a kayak
What?
to bring like
Uber
an
Eats?
order there.
That's
it was like
crazy.
it was fun. It was actually really, really fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like I was like, how long are we gonna stay? Because they wanted to stay there all day, like 8 hours. I was like, but the 8 hours just flew by because we had so much fun.
Wow. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so glad you're back as well. Your trip was a little bit shorter, so that was just a weekend.
I was just telling
thing.
Mama, I only had like one full day, really.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I got so burned when I went last year to Mexico with them that I was in pain so much at night.
Mexico's a different
Let me
sun.
tell you something.
It is a different sun.
It was horrible. I couldn't sleep. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was good. I think because we went to Puerto Rico a few weeks ago and I got burnt there, like I was good in Mexico.
Yeah.
I was good.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even burn.
Wow.
Wow.
Good. Yeah.
'Cause
I got burnt in Puerto Rico too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was so like I was just telling them like Jessica, my wife loves pictures and it's like I was sunburnt. We went to I don't know if I told you the story, but we went to El Yunque and not the big waterfall, but we went to a waterfall that was like it was pretty high. And she was like, "Let's take a picture, babe, underneath the waterfall." And I was like, I knew it was not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I ended up going in and it was like
No water hitting you.
water hitting me from like so high. It felt like just somebody just
Stabbing you.
stabbing me.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
take the picture.
Hurry up. I didn't even see that picture. Did that picture make it on social media?
I don't know. Probably not
Didn't
because I
make
was
the
like
cut.
because I was like this.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so one of the stories that's been going viral lately on a light note before we get into the real topics, when we got back, we were settling in and everything, and we were like, oh, man, let's just watch a movie. We're scrolling on Amazon, on Netflix, and we come across, we're like, what the heck is this? Pull this up, Mom.
I'm curious.
Have you seen this?
We actually did watch
You
that.
watched it?
We watched it Friday because everybody was tired.
Yeah, bro.
And we
that's
just put it on.
That's when we watched it on Friday. I was like, Ice Cube, War of the Worlds. I didn't even hear of this.
Amazon special, baby.
Bro, this was one of the worst
Terrible.
movies I've ever seen in my life, bro. The whole time we were like, what is happening? First of all, it seemed like they just threw this together.
Yes.
Like, even the effects,
CGI
the CGI was horrible.
So bad, dude.
Yeah, the special effects, Ice Cube's acting.
Ice Cube was Ice Cube. Ice Cube as a CIA agent.
Yeah, right. No, he was a NSA agent, right?
NSA.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's people put compilations together of all of his bad acting throughout the movie. It's hilarious. If you get a chance, go on X and check that out. But yeah, apparently this has the first time ever has a 0% score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
It's getting getting trashed, like the worst reviews.
Did you feel like it started out okay?
No,
Like
no.
I was like,
No,
maybe because I was trying to give it a chance. We were watching it, and it was like, I wonder why it got like a 1.5 or whatever it was.
Bro, from the jump, like, just to me, it just felt like it felt so cheesy and bad from the start, from the very first scene.
It was.
And it was like all of these decisions, like, so his daughter is pregnant, but she decides to run out and, like, instead of going to safety, she's like, I'm going to run out in the streets and take on the aliens.
Yeah.
You know,
It was stupid on all ends.
then it just seemed like an Amazon commercial, like with the baby daddy working for Amazon, and he uses the drone.
Right.
And then like they use the Amazon gift card. Like, it just felt like, is this an Amazon commercial? Like, this is just propaganda for Bezos.
Yeah,
he must have funded this movie. Like,
he did.
Yeah.
He did. I was like, okay, you trying to make Amazon look good.
yeah, Amazon and Microsoft, because they were using like Microsoft Teams the whole time, and WhatsApp. They were using like all these, and it was like just felt like a bunch of
And the whole family though.
Yeah.
The whole family is like everybody does something,
Yeah.
and they're like one's a scientist, the other is like the other one is the
the hacker,
for
the
Vendetta
hacker,
hacker.
yeah, anonymous, yeah. She like created some new DNA technology that they used, and he is the hacker that brought down the whole NSA and the government. Like, yeah,
How did War of the World? Because War of the Worlds is Warner Brothers. How did that? I think it's Warner Brothers. This is a big studio that owned that, right?
I don't know.
I know it's an old book.
Yeah, H.G. Wells. It's a classic book. I mean, that's that story. We were talking about that, about the radio broadcast.
Yeah,
that
they
people
thought it was
real. But the Spielberg one with Tom Cruise.
I like that one.
That's a great movie. It's underrated. Like, one of the great movies. Like, the way they did that, the tension they built up with the aliens and everything, and I thought it was done really well.
How do you think that can touch? Like, we're gonna try to spin spin in a new way with the technology of today.
Yeah.
And make it worse.
Why even touch that? Just make a different movie.
Yeah.
Don't make it War of the Worlds. Like, just do a different alien movie using the technology, and then you could throw Amazon in there all you want. Like, so these aliens are that advanced, but they couldn't beat a drone.
Yeah.
Like a slow ass Amazon drone. Like that.
Did you watch it?
No.
Didn't make no sense. But yeah. I just thought that was funny because it's going completely viral. Like, everybody's.
It had to been a movie done by Bezos.
It's going viral, and it's probably gonna do good because it's gonna have all this viewership. Because people are watching it because it's terrible.
It's funny. Amazon. That's what they were talking about a lot.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see.
Well, the boyfriend worked for Amazon, so he was always in his Amazon vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
or
like,
shirt.
That's like advertising for Amazon, really.
Yeah. Like, check out this little clip right here. Hopefully we don't get copyrighted.
Sending it to you now. Put it on a thumb drive.
I don't have a thumb drive.
What do you mean you don't have a thumb drive?
Even I have a thumb drive. boy, this is a top secret military installation. They don't let them drive.
It's
So Ice
nice.
Cube.
Faith can load it here, and I can get it to you.
So then he decides he's gonna use his Amazon drone, and he flies. They use the locations for him to fly it there. Amazon.com. He buys it on Amazon.
Oh my goodness.
He buys it on Amazon. Jake is here.
Yo.
Welcome. Long
What's up?
time no see.
Jake, there's Jake. There's Jake.
You get a pack?
Yeah. So I get here. First of all, I had to go get my kids stuff to eat. You know.
Yeah.
It's hard getting over here. But and I get here, and right when I get in the door, Chase is like, can you help me? Like,
Well,
happened?
what happened?
He was cooking something in the air fryer, and like there was oil all over the counter.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, it was a lot. It just went down.
Okay. Well, you're here now, so welcome.
Was Lisa and Aria surprised to see them?
No, I told them that he was coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I told them.
Well, I'm not surprised that you watched that movie.
You're not surprised? Because I watch dumb movies.
You
all the
watch
time.
dumb
Yeah,
movies.
I do.
That movie looked stupid.
Did you watch it?
I just saw that it was there.
Bro.
Me and Jamie both
We were like,
watched it.
yeah, we were just like, oh, let's throw it on. What? Because we were just intrigued. Like, we didn't even know. Why would Ice Cube do a War of the World? Like, why would you do a War of the
At
Worlds
first,
with Ice Cube?
I was like, is this War of the Worlds? War of the Worlds?
That's what we were thinking too.
Yeah.
But then when you read the synopsis, you're like, this is what, because it said
Yeah,
H.G.
yep.
Wells and all that. I'm like, what? Like, who okayed this? And then you watch it, and did you see when I was showing the Rotten Tomato score?
No.
It's got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. It's really bad.
Bro, it is probably, it's being called one of the worst movies of all time.
Oh my goodness.
On like, that's why we're talking about it, because it went viral.
What's a movie that's worse?
I mean,
So is it him just at the computer the whole time?
the whole time.
The whole time, so it
the
was cheap.
entire
It was
movie.
cheap as heck.
Yeah. The entire movie
you know
is
what-
like screens popping up and like,
I did see like some of the, you know how it pops up on Prime, like
and it shows the trailer kind of. Yeah.
So I saw him like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
just like, oh, this is bad.
It's like you're being chased by dangerous aliens, but you're still on FaceTime the whole time. Like,
The budget was probably $20,000.
right. Yeah, like I said, I think Bezos probably funded that whole thing as a big Amazon commercial, because Amazon's through the whole movie. So
Yeah.
yeah, Amazon saves the day. Yeah. So, what's been going on with you, Jake? You want
You
to
know, soccer.
soccer? Yeah. Let me get you guys.
Back at soccer. We went away this weekend. I went to Rehoboth Beach for the first time.
Never been there. Like ever.
It's different.
Different as
It's
in
a rainbow place.
different as in good different or
I mean, there's goods and there's bads.
It's Biden country.
Yeah, it's
Straight up
definitely.
Biden. That's where he's at all the time when you see the videos of him on the beach.
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely LGBT
Yeah.
all over the place with the flags and everything. But we went to different parts. I don't know the name of it's like Dewey and Lewis.
Dewey Beach.
Lewis. I I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's Lewes. That's like another side. But it's all like it's very nice. It's more like bougie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the houses, a lot of nice houses. You could tell it's a little bit more. It's not like Ocean City, and there's more trees. You can't like if you can't even tell that there's a beach coming up. Like sometimes when you go through the neighborhoods,
Yeah.
which is interesting to me for Jersey.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because we're used to that's not Jersey. So we're used to the Jersey Shore.
oh yeah, you're right. It's so close to Jersey is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like for us being in Jersey is what I really
Right.
meant. Like it's weird.
We're used to when we go to the beach, you know when you're about to hit the beach.
Yeah, right. So it was different. Definitely
Yeah.
a lot of traffic. But I was telling Jamie we stayed in a nice place, so it was cool.
Awesome, man. So we all kind of had little trips this weekend.
Mine is next week.
Here's his next weekend. You're gonna enjoy that
And then next weekend, next week.
next week.
Yeah, Mo went to Florida.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale and Miami.
Yep.
Well, in a boat.
Yeah.
We passed the city, and I was telling them the story about how when we were in Miami
Selling CDs.
selling CDs, and then I think the one time where we rented scooters was
That was
we were-
Miami.
yes,
That was
but
on the tour. Yeah.
that was on the tour.
Yeah.
But I remember one time riding the scooters. Should I be talking about this?
Why?
Riding
Why
the
not?
scooters on the
highway.
highway
Yeah.
when we weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You guys are so crazy."
Yeah. We rode definitely
act-
because we rode them to Star Island.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted to go see the houses.
Yep. We passed by that. But they said that they actually stopped doing that because people were getting hurt on the scooters. I don't think they rent the scooters.
They don't rent them
I
anymore.
don't- That's what, according to locals.
Wow. Interesting. We haven't been
It
to
was
Miami.
probably our fault.
It's
We
crazy.
started-
We were like had that string of like we were in Miami a lot,
Yeah.
and now we never go to Miami.
Yeah.
I have no desire to really be in Miami.
They said that they stopped because Miami was like big for like spring breakers,
Yeah,
and they would destroy like the city, and they implemented some laws to stop them, like because the clubs would be open essentially all night,
yeah,
to like 6 a.m. or whatever, and they were like clubs they close at 12:30, 1 p.m. So the city kind of changed.
Well,
and
we
now
should-
everybody they're going to like Fort Lauderdale actually,
Yeah.
and starting the party
right.
out there.
We definitely showed clips of that throughout the years of how like during spring break it was getting crazy in Miami, and then I think DeSantis came in and made those changes to help because they were just destroying the entire city.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing that a lot. We talked about that. Like there was a shooting in Ocean City
Yeah,
over the weekend. And it's just crowded now. Like, and you're getting a lot of the wrong type of people.
yeah.
That
And that's what was being attracted to Miami was that wrong element. That
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Well, we saw that when we were.
yeah, it was starting to
Yeah, it was
pick up
starting.
steam because when we went to Miami, you didn't go that time. When we were, I was still in high school. Remember when we went down there?
Oh, the first time.
The
When
very
we just
first,
went
the very
to
first
go
time we went. Yes,
with when we stayed at
we stayed at Mom and Sister's.
yeah
Yeah,
our aunts.
our aunt's house, and we went down there. It was totally different. And then when we came back years later, when we were selling CDs, actually I had been there a couple times, but in between there, you came down one time, and it still wasn't like it was when we were selling CDs.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
But you saw the progression of it becoming more and more like Greek Weekend on South Street
Yeah.
that they also had to shut down. Fat
Yeah.
Tuesdays, like things like that start to get out of control because the
Yeah.
wrong element comes there and wants to party and turn up, and that's what Carnival Cruise just dealt with.
Yeah, it's chaotic, man.
Yeah, and it turns into chaos.
And then it's hard to you establish. Oh, that's the place to go to do whatever. And,
Yeah.
But then you you end up you can't you try to tame the beast, but you can't.
Yeah, it gets out of control, and then people start getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we showed some of those people that were like going out there and then didn't have money to get home, and they were putting up GoFundMe's. Remember we were showing those those things. Like that's what you get. It's like people want to go. They prioritize going so bad to these
And you can't
things.
get back.
Yeah, you can't even afford it.
That was different. We kind of did that, but we
had a method.
We had a method.
Yeah.
We have this product.
Yeah,
We're gonna try.
we just gotta
We
sell
gotta
it.
make money to
We
get
gotta
back.
force people to buy it.
Well, that's when cash was more of a thing too.
That's true. That's true.
So you had to have cash.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I probably told y'all this, but I went years ago when Lucas was I think he was a baby, maybe 2 or something, and
To Miami.
we went to Aventura, which is like outside of Miami, and it was nice for one of our vacations. But we went to Miami just one day to like eat at that restaurant that we always went to, right?
Oh yeah.
So we went there, and because I wanted to take Leslie, and it was so funny because there were women behind us, and you remember that,
the
right?
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those women behind us, they're talking, and I'm like, Leslie, they're from Camden.
You could tell from
And,
their accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, how do you know? I'm like, I'm telling you, they're from Camden. So, of course, I asked, like, where are you guys from? You from Camden? How'd you know? Like, it was just so funny. They all, they're like Puerto Rican and black. But, dude, it's just so, the accent,
Yeah.
It was hilarious because the last time I went there was with us.
Yeah.
Right? And then to go back, same food.
That place never changes.
It didn't change.
But it's consistent though.
It was consistent.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just a regular Cuban.
Diner kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good.
But we used to love going there because it was cheap.
Cheap.
Yeah.
And we were just broke back then so bad. Like
Yeah, they would give you mad chicken.
yeah, you could get a lot of chicken, rice and beans, and a cafe con leche.
You eat once a day, you're
right.
good.
You spending $10. Yeah. Yeah. Different time. Was it still cheap when you went?
It was still cheap. It was probably more than,
Yeah.
obviously.
Right.
But according to Davis, cafe con leche.
Yeah. Cafe con leche. But again, you go to a place like that because you know what to expect. You know it's going to be up to a certain standard of quality, and it's going to be inexpensive. That's why we like that resort. That's why, because he was like, you guys like that.
I like the way
place.
I like the way you spin that
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And that's like important that I think people, it's so crazy. Like, just like people are, it's something weird going on, especially with like, maybe like more of a poverty mentality. Like, more people are going on vacations. More people are
traveling now.
always feel like they have to.
Yeah.
And then the whole like food thing where I gotta try the new thing.
Yeah.
Like all the guys that are sitting in the cars
Yeah,
eating food.
that's the new.
Yeah. Like,
And they're spending hundreds of dollars on these desserts just to make these videos.
yeah. Like we just got a Roy Rogers near us.
Bro, that thing is packed
And
every day.
Why? It's literally cars,
All the way out into
outside.
Haddonfield Road.
Yeah. And it's like, it's Roy Rogers.
It's Roy Rogers. Bro, Liz tells me that every day she goes to work.
Yeah.
She's like, it was packed again today. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What
it's-
does Roy Rogers
I'm
have?
telling you, it's a mentality. And then there was a KFC that opened up somewhere, and it was like this frenzy. I guess they didn't have a KFC in that area. Yo, it was a lot. People were different, certain kind of people, right? Certain kind of people.
Kind of people that love chicken.
You know,
I love.
I'm not gonna say
That's what
anything
I
else,
mean. The kind of people that love chicken, like you and me.
but just it was chaos.
Wow.
Y'all didn't see that,
No.
No.
dude? And I'm like, it's KFC.
Was it around here?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I don't remember where it was.
Puerto
but-
Rico.
Bro, remember the Popeyes chicken sandwich thing? How crazy that got?
Yeah.
They were fighting.
People fighting.
Yeah.
Someone got stabbed.
Oh my God.
It's chicken.
Over.
At the end of the day, it's
Right.
chicken.
And it's not even that great.
Yeah, too much bread.
Yeah.
I think we get caught up in like the, fanciness of stuff. Like you just put some chipotle mayo, aioli.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you call it something.
Right.
Now it's like,
It's
oh my
fancy.
God,
Yeah.
did you have the,
Right.
It's mayonnaise with some ketchup.
And it's like people like showing off. It's like you always quote the Kanye line. I'd have spent like $400 on this just to be like, you ain't up on this.
Yeah.
Like it's a mentality
Yeah.
where it's like, I'll spend more money just to say, oh, you don't know about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on another level, but
I've never been like fast food going there or Starbucks.
mhm.
Never done that.
Yeah.
Just
I
don't-
mean,
that
I mean, I
doesn't
can't lie. I
interest
like
me.
I like Starbucks coffee.
there's a difference.
But there is a difference.
There's a
I
difference.
gotta have it.
Right.
When you're getting large, those fruity drinks.
It's
Oh,
not.
the
It's
refresher?
Not, it's not
Yeah,
large.
the
Jake.
refresher.
It's a
Okay?
venti.
Venti.
It's venti.
But when you say, let me get a large, they say, okay, a large. there.
Yeah.
But when you're going there and you're getting that, dude, that's a ripoff.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
I think this lady actually had a video where she had
I heard that video was fake.
Was it
Like,
fake?
yeah, the way they did that, where
Bro,
they showed
but
the
it
two
looked real. She
Yeah,
did
I
the-
know. I seen that, but I saw the breakdown of how that's fake.
Oh.
Those are fake.
Did I ever tell you my my Target story?
No,
My Target cold brew story?
no.
No, I never told you that.
Oh yeah.
First of all of the Starbuckses in Targets,
Yeah.
in
They're not
airports, in Macy's, they suck.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they don't have all the stuff.
And they don't they don't have
They don't do
the
the
same
points.
standard. They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they just throw it in there to get money. Like
Yeah. Well, I went to a Target. Won't name the place, but
we know which one.
no, it wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
No, it was a different one. But so I got a cold brew,
Mm.
right? And then so I get cold brew. I think I got that.
Oh, I
cold-
know this story. Yeah, you did
You-
tell
I
me.
told
this.
you?
Yeah,
Told me
continue.
too.
Oh,
Continue.
well, you already know.
Yeah.
But I got to
They
tell
don't
them
tell
now.
it. Tell
don't
it. They
know.
don't know.
So cold brew, no ice,
Mhm.
because what they do, right? You get a cold brew, they fill it with ice.
Yeah.
So really, you're only getting like, if the cold brew's like this, you're only getting like this
That much
much.
That's
coffee.
why I always say little ice.
Yeah.
So I say no ice. Like, give me cold brew, a little bit of heavy cream, a pinch of heavy cream, and that's all I want. Right? No ice.
She already thought you was cheating the system, bro.
So I didn't realize at those they do like a what's it called? They do a cold brew, but it's like, I'm trying to think of the right word.
The draft.
No,
cold
it's
brew?
not draft.
Okay.
Because that's
Nitro?
how they do it now.
The
Like
nitro?
they have the nitro on one
Yeah.
side, like at every Starbucks, nitro on one side, and then just regular cold brew.
Yeah.
Right. But they do a concentrate
Okay.
cold brew where it's like thicker.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
So-
they water it
And
down.
then they water it down.
Right.
So she like, I see her go with the water, and then I'm like, okay, but I didn't know. Later on, I found that out. But then, here's the glass, right?
Yeah.
And she filled up to there. And then she gave it to me, right? She's like, okay, cold brew. I'm like, you only filled it up halfway. And then she's like, yeah, that's our policy. I'm like, what? That's your policy?
Yeah. To give you a
She
half-filled
said, yeah.
cup of cold brew.
That's
Yeah,
why they
if
put the
that's
ice
how
in
much
it.
it would be with no ice.
Oh my god.
I was like, or with ice. She said that's how much it would be with ice. I was like, yo, take it back.
Yeah.
I don't want it. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm like, all right, if that's your policy. I've been to many Starbucks all over the country. I've
Yeah.
never heard of that before. But if
We've
that's,
been to Starbucks in South Africa.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I was like, but if that's your policy, cool. But I don't want it because
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay $5 for half of a cup of cold brew.
Yeah.
Like, no. And then, I guess it was like the manager or something. Like, no, just give it to him. But I'm like, and she was like, getting a little attitude. That's our
Yeah.
policy. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm like, no, it's cool, but I don't want it
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah.
I already feel like I'm getting ripped off because I'm paying $5.
Right.
But I already
It's
agreed
already
with myself.
overpriced. Yeah.
I already told myself,
Yeah.
okay, pay the $5. But now you want to give me half of the coffee? No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You know what you're getting when you walk into some of these places. And
Yeah.
Starbucks is definitely overpriced.
Yeah, it is. Especially if you're getting cold brew.
But but it's not that bad if you just get coffee.
Coffee is fine.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive if you
Yeah.
just get coffee, which is what I get most of the time. I just get extra shots because I like a stronger coffee. But
I do like the cold brew though, because I like
Yeah. I do like the cold brew sometimes. I don't get it all the time, but
it's less acidic and it's
Yeah.
smoother to me, and it's just tastier.
right. But
But you're gonna be spending $5.
and you're not gonna the what we were talking about is the idea of the culture of like I have to do this thing because it's trendy right now. So you're
Yeah.
not gonna wait in line for 2 hours to get the new Starbucks drink that just came out, or
No.
yeah.
you're not going to Starbucks to get a venti lime twist of pumpkin nut.
Yeah.
Pumpkin nut.
Pumpkin nut.
Pumpkin nut pistachio.
Yeah.
Like they got some crazy stuff now.
They do. They do. It's a whole meme now of like the Starbucks culture and but that comes from the hipster culture. It's from Seattle. That whole vibe of the
Yeah.
coffee house with like the oat milk and the matcha
Yeah.
latte and you know what I mean? Like,
But the point I was bringing up is that like I said, I went there. I know what I'm paying for, right? So when I get that, it's like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna pay for that.
right.
But it's just like you said, you're going to that resort.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to the Cuban restaurant,
Right.
it's not gonna be like amazing food, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be we know what we're paying for, right?
Right.
And that's a good. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, that's more like a community type thing,
Mm-hmm.
more of a communal type thing where, if you have like this diner people go to, like it might not be the most amazing food, but
You support it because you want it to exist. You want
Yeah.
it to
Solid,
continue.
it's good
yeah.
business, it's
And
consistent.
and when it's even better when like the staff is friendly.
yes.
That's another thing I love
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
resort. Like they're so friendly. They want you to have a great time. They engage with you.
Yeah.
So you factor all that
They
stuff
get
in.
tipped very well.
Yes, they do.
With
From
your,
us,
with
Yeah,
your
not
not from
situation,
everybody.
with the Starbucks, Jake's Starbucks situation, it's you already know that they're taking advantage with the price.
Yeah.
But you accepted it because you like the way the coffee tastes.
Right.
But then with getting the half thing, it's like
right.
we are taking advantage of you. We're telling you that we're taking
Yeah.
advantage of you.
And now
Yeah.
it's like you start inventing rules. We were talking about this on the phone. You start inventing rules to counteract the people that want to get over, because
Yeah.
that does exist. The person that's gonna always say no ice because they know that means they're gonna get more of something,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's
that
me.
right.
I'm saying no,
Right.
but that's because I want the actual cup.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna pay for
Right.
that grande and it's $5, then
Right.
you're gonna give me as much as I deserve.
yeah.
It's like there is no rule. Like that's not really a rule that no, you got to get it with ice.
Yeah.
It's like one of our homies back in the day. Could I get a glass of water with a bunch of lemons and sugar?
Yeah. Oh, so you want a lemonade?
yeah.
Yeah. There's a difference.
That's
Right.
That's who the rules
Right.
for.
So then what we're saying is like, so then establishments will invent all of these rules,
Yeah.
which infringe on the customers that are just there to be a good customer.
Yeah.
And then you end up ruining your business because now instead of just holding a standard, we were talking about this with the Atlanta food culture and Keith Lee, how he got backlash for calling out all the rules that exist in Atlanta when you go to restaurants. That type of mentality kills your business because now you're taking out what the bad people do on all the good customers. You know, that's what Carnival Cruise is doing now. They're taking out their frustration on the culture that they allowed to thrive there.
Well, that's they had no standard.
Yeah.
you have to have a standard, but it's like with anything, like you have to have a standard in your house. But if you're too strict and you're just adding all these rules, it becomes oppressive in your house.
Right.
You know,
And then no one wants to come over.
no one wants to come over, and no one wants to live there. Like your own kids don't want to be there,
Right.
Yeah,
And we've all been friends with people where it's like, I don't want to go to their house.
yeah,
Because
right.
it's like always something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it becomes like, oh, do this and do that. and,
Don't say this or don't go in that room or don't, like,
yeah, and but dude, that's sin.
yeah.
Like, isn't that the nature of sin?
Yep.
Sin complicates things. I was watching, well, not watching it, but my kids were watching it. So I was like using that as, you guys see what sin does? So they were watching that Disney movie, Hero 6. You ever see that?
I don't know.
Oh, with the big robot,
The big,
the big
the little chubby
android thing.
robot that's like,
I don't know it.
how, you never saw it?
Nah.
Okay, well, my kids like that. And the premise is it's a young kid, right? He's like kind of like an inventor,
Yeah.
right? Robots. His stuff gets stolen, right? His invention gets stolen. And the reason why it got stolen was because there is a professor. Was it a professor? I don't know.
Man,
Because I kind of was
years
watching.
ago.
There's a professor of his older brother,
Mhm.
right, who was like in college, obviously.
Yeah.
And they were at some kind of show where the younger kid was showing off his new tech that he had, right? So then there was this like fire that happened and everything burned. His brother went in to try to save the professor and he ends up dying. Right? So and the reason why the professor was in there was he actually started the fire to steal the boy's invention and use it for himself. And the reason why he stole it was to get back at the people who he was working with, or his daughter was working with also, who they did some invention. His daughter ended up not dying, but she like got lost in another dimension type thing, but he thought she was dead and now he wants to get back at them.
Okay.
So it's like, my point is that, and then the kid wants to get back at this guy. Once he finds out, he wants to kill him, right? So it's like, you see the thread. The thread is, it starts with a company that's irresponsible. Then you have that professor who wants to get back at him because he lost his daughter,
Right.
right? And then he does all that. Ends up, he didn't mean to, but his student dies, which is the kid's brother.
Yeah.
Like, it's this whole
Yeah,
progression. So,
right. It's a domino effect.
yeah,
Domino
and that's what sin does. It
Mhm.
complicates things
Yeah.
more and more and more, right?
Mhm.
And we're never dealing with a problem. We're always trying to add more rules in one way, or we're just trying to get back at people, right? And then now you just got a bunch of fighting. And that's what happens. Like, if you look at like a lot of these places, you have a mentality that is disrespectful, only looking out for themselves, only trying to do stuff for themselves. So they're going into establishments, and the way they're combating that in a lot of these places is they're adding all these rules.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you going to do that? Well, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And then they're just going to try to figure out how to get past that.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So you're starting a war, right? Because you got all these rules and it becomes too complicated. But you're also not thinking about the people who don't need those rules.
Yeah.
You're gonna have so many people
that you want as customers.
right? And then those people are like, "Well, it's too much."
Yeah, I'm just gonna go
I'm
somewhere
not
else.
gonna-
Yeah. And so you end up killing your business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can't kill the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Kill the culture because
Right.
now you're either gonna die as a business,
Right.
or you're only gonna have people that are there for superficial reasons.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and eventually they're going to try to take advantage anyway. So you're going to be mad. You're going to be working and you're mad in your business because they're always the only people that are actually buying stuff are the ones that are taking advantage of you.
Yeah. Like that food culture in Atlanta is crazy. Waiting 2 hours for a table.
Yeah.
You know, sitting in your car because you can't wait in the restaurant. You have to wait
Yeah.
in your car. And it's like,
You can't go
Who wants to deal with that?
reserve a table if you're holding. It happened to me actually
Yeah.
when I was in Atlanta earlier this year. we had a big party, but you guys can't sit. You can't sit, and you can't order until everybody is sitting at the.
Yeah.
Like y'all too much.
Yeah.
You make somebody like me not want to go because I think I was talking to you. It's supposed to be like when you go out to eat with your family, it's supposed to be an enjoyment type of thing there, a pleasure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the environment of like, you know, that's why Olive Garden always says, "Oh, when you're here, your family." You know, like it's supposed to be that feeling of like you show up and it's just a good time. It's family friendly. You go, you enjoy yourself. When you start telling people, "Oh, you can't do this. You can't. Nope. You can't sit down yet." Nope.
Yeah.
It just turns into, why are we here again?
Yeah. And even like, you know, a place is so popular and it's trendy and you're just trying to turn tables over.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're eating and you're rushed to get out of there.
Mhm.
Even that is like, you know, you really want to go through that?
Yeah.
Is the food that good?
But even that, you're going in with the mentality of knowing you're going somewhere that expects you to be in and out. You're going somewhere that, you know, so you're going there knowing that's the vibe.
But
you know
then,
what I mean?
but then what I'm saying is that, but that's not a good culture.
I agree.
You know, like you're going there, you're not really having a good time. You're just, oh, you want to enjoy this food, but that's just over like that.
Yeah.
You know. And
but I think that serves its own different purpose. Not saying it's a good culture. It's kind of like when you go to Lorenzo's in Philly, right? You know, you better know what you want when you get to the front. You can't get no toppings. You know what I mean? And be in and out. Like it's just like that's the culture there. Like when you go in, you got to be up at the front. You got to order quick, or people gonna be mad. And you don't even ask for toppings. Like you getting a plain slice or get out. You know, and so you know when you go there, that's the culture. You know, like that's serving that purpose. But when you go to a restaurant where you want to sit down and eat and it's family, it's more of a just regular sit down restaurant, and then they start imposing all of these weird things on you. You're like, what? I'll just go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways,
we didn't even start.
Yeah, I know. Well, we gonna make it brief. We're gonna make it brief. Let's start here. So first I want to talk about one of the most viral things going on right now. There is an ad that was done with a woman with blonde hair and certain kind of genetics, and she's wearing jeans, and everyone is in an uproar because of it. They're so mad because this white woman or whatever is in a jeans ad with her blonde hair and her blue jeans. Let's take a look. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. That is the wrong white woman in her blue jeans and blonde hair. That's Beyonce in her Levi's
That
jeans.
was good.
ad.
That was good. I like that.
No, this is the one that everyone is upset about. Is of course Sydney Sweeney in her ad, but it's not just because it's not just because she's white. Well, it is because she's white.
It is.
But it's also because of the wording of the ad. Have you guys seen the ad?
Yeah. It's a play on words.
It's a pun, right? I'll play it real quick for those who haven't seen it, just so we can get an idea.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
She has great genes. Genes are passed down, determining blah, blah, blah. My genes are blue. It's supposed to be a pun on genes and genetics.
Yes.
So, of course, this is a dog whistle to white supremacy.
Nazi propaganda.
She is talking about eugenics and that her blonde hair and blue eyes are the superior genetics.
Are the only good genes.
Right. But that's why I showed that picture of Beyonce first, because she did a jeans ad with fake blonde hair.
Yeah.
And like they lighten her skin in the image.
Yeah.
And when you look at like a lot of her imagery lately, she
looked like she got whiter.
She did that whole thing, that whole campaign where she like mimicked Pamela Anderson. Have you seen that?
No.
And no one cared.
Yeah.
Well, how come they didn't have a? Oh, this is white supremacy. This is her showing a false sense of a beauty standard towards black women. This is not what black women look like. You can't go against Beyonce.
Because it's a double standard, dude.
But I think.
But that's a saying though. Like I remember even when we were kids. Oh, she got good genes. That means she's beautiful.
Right.
Or
if someone
he
has
got good genes.
We all have said that. That those are good genes.
But you know what's funny? I don't know if you've seen it though. That's nothing new actually.
That's an old ad. Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields.
It's a playoff of Brooke Shields' ad from the 80s.
Yeah.
Where she did the same thing, talking about
same exact thing.
And that was like, what was that? What company was that?
I don't know. I just saw it briefly. But it's the way today is trying to find something to be outraged about.
Dude, check this out. This is Beyonce.
Wow, that looks like Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Baywatch.
Oh.
Oh, it's a pun.
Oh.
Why is she even taking those pictures?
I don't know.
She definitely made herself look like Pamela Anderson.
But not only that, it's like she is perpetuating white supremacist stereotypes in this.
Yeah.
Like no one said anything. This is old. This was like from last year.
But she's black, Jamie.
But it doesn't matter.
She's black, Jamie.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
If she was...
It matters to me.
Listen, I guarantee you, if this wasn't Beyonce, say this was another black woman, especially a black woman that voted for Trump, it would be all over everything.
Yeah, I agree.
She hates herself. She wants to be white. She is mimicking... Why wouldn't she mimic a black?
She's a goddess, though. She has a church that worships her.
That is true. That is true.
You ever see that? You ever seen any of that, dude? They are crazy. Jake,
We've played it on the podcast.
you seen that?
What?
Did we play? We played.
We played
Yeah,
clips
I've
from
seen
the Church of Beyonce on the podcast.
Yeah.
They have
But she looks white there.
I came across it not too long ago, and they had like it's wild to be how they have choirs singing, like in the gospel feel.
Yeah, all of her songs.
Beyonce song.
Check this out. This is what Moan was talking about. This is the Brooke Shields ad from the 80s.
In the genetic code, genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution. This may occur in one or more of the following ways. Firstly, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior.
Blah, blah, blah. We get it. But yeah, she's doing the same thing. It's a jeans ad for Calvin Klein, and she's doing the pun on genetics, blah, blah, blah. So do we think that this is just a way to continue to further divide people on race and continue to enrage people in this country for nonsensical things? And
I mean, the premise is flawed from the door because you don't even know why they did it. That's the problem. Like, this is the issue we always have. You're assuming
their intention,
the premise,
right?
What their intention is, what the meaning behind it was,
right?
And all you gotta do is ask.
Well, American Eagle came out and made a statement. Actually, they're not apologizing, and they said that it was a jeans commercial. We were talking about jeans,
and the thing is, like, it's not like I'm not a fan of the commercial,
right?
Like.
But for other reasons, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way she's speaking.
Yeah, what she's trying to do.
Yeah, even with the Brooke Shields, same thing. Like, she's putting on jeans in a commercial. Like,
right.
To me, that's not
pushing
something
her
you
butt
should
in
be...
the air. Yeah, but that's a whole different conversation about marketing and how evil that whole genre is, and using sexuality to sell things to men that are just like, I buy this because she pretty and big boobs. You know what I mean? Like. And women that say, I want to be her, so I buy this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact that that works on people is a shame, because when you look at American Eagle's numbers, they're through the roof right now.
Yep.
Yeah, but
is it white supremacist?
I mean, even if they were saying, I mean, even if it actually was something they were trying to do, like, you got to prove it.
Yeah.
And you can't just get mad because you see something and it sounds like it. This is the issue we have. People are, it's very immature. We're very immature people. Just like how people can say everything is racist, and it becomes a meme. Everything is racist.
Yeah.
Everything. So you can make anything racist. Anything.
Yeah.
And we're always when you got
if you're searching for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but even when people have to catch themselves, like, oh wait, is that racist? How many we talk about this? There's so many different things come out like that, right?
So that's one of the things that I wanted to point out about this ad, was the fact that, because they put these through those boardroom meetings where they talk about the ad campaign, and just like that episode of what's that show called, Hollywood or something like that?
I don't know.
The Seth Rogen show we were talking about, where they had the Kool-Aid movie, and they had to go through the focus group of like the characters, and then they end up messing up the whole movie because they couldn't wokeify it enough, and they started seeing all the racism in it, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't do that to this, because this wouldn't have made it to a ad campaign 4 or 5 years ago. This wouldn't have made it. So the fact that they put this out knowing that it probably would have got this backlash, and then not apologizing, shows the change in culture a little bit around it.
All right, so that stirs up another question.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's on purpose from the company, knowing the culture shift and knowing that the world right now is in an outrage and they're trying to find things, and they know
that this is going to make people talk about
it, and they're not going to apologize,
and it's just going to keep them in the conversation, and now American Eagle's numbers go up? It could be. Yeah. It could be purposely done. It could be purposely done just so that it could go viral.
Yeah.
Using Sydney Sweeney, talking about genetics. Yeah, it could absolutely have been purposeful. Because
if you think about it, right, that's how it's shifting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are going to get outraged, but
it's a
different type of switch, because all these companies now, I know, like, these companies are smart now.
Yeah.
Like, they're moving away, like the Christmas commercials, like, masculine Santa Claus.
Well,
now
that was Target.
That's what I'm saying. Now, they're shifting that way now. So I think it's purposely done.
I agree. But I just want to point out something that's funny, and I made this joke to Liz. I'm like, yo, how come everywhere you work goes through some kind of scandal like this? Because when she was working at H&M, they had the monkey shirt thing.
Yep.
And then Target had all of that, and now it's American Eagle. Like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you're just...
She's going there. And
Is it you? Is it you?
Bringing something out of it.
Right. Some kind of scandal comes out of it. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Moon. Like, look at this right here. Pull this up, Mom, please. Someone was showing the difference between... This is an American Eagle ad in 2019 versus 2025. Look at this. Look at the difference. What are they catering to in 2019?
Exactly. But guess what, though? They know they're a big company. They know that did not work.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of money, like, having all these...
Because at the end of the day, who buys American Eagle? At the end of the day. Look, did they learn from Bud Light?
The women...
Black people don't buy American Eagle. So they don't care if you're outraged over what their ad says. You're not there. Yeah. They're not who they're targeting.
Well, bro, they probably lost so much money doing that, and then just catering to that woke mob, and then, bam.
Yeah.
Somebody had the smart idea. Let's do this.
Yep. That's exactly
Let's keep them talking.
Look at this. This is American Eagle.
Yeah. Somebody. I want to say it was who was it? I forgot. It wasn't anybody that I watch regularly. They broke down the numbers and they skyrocketed.
Yeah, over a couple of days.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so something that this is exposing in especially our country, is that you have a silent majority.
Yeah.
That's just why Trump won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're seeing these things that they trend, but they trend silently.
Yeah.
Right? Like, meaning, like, people aren't outspoken about it. They're just gonna be like, yeah, all right, and then just do it.
I'm not dealing with. Yeah, people are like, I'm not supporting that no more. Nobody's supporting this anymore.
Right, and then you have
This is Calvin Klein, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. And then you have the loud minority.
Yeah.
That they're loud, and I think this is where it's they're losing their voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think this is like even connected to like a Jezebel type thing. Like, they're losing their power in that way. That doesn't mean that it can't shift in another perverted way.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of like even what you were saying, Mo, like, you got to see the slight. Like,
Yeah.
people will just, like, not even, it's, the
How
world,
can we go
the
viral?
wisdom of the world
Yeah.
is to manipulate you.
Yeah.
You know, and to win for themselves.
Right.
Like, so it's always about, like, how can we do this? I'm not saying that people are like, how can we take over the world type thing? No.
They're
like,
strategizing on how they
just
can
wanna
make
money.
more money.
Yeah.
Because
So-
they're looking at what happened with what was the brand that just had that happen where people tried to cancel it and other people said no, we're going to go out and support this to show that it can't, we're not going to fall to the woke mob anymore, because that's what people were doing. They were showing online like, I've never shopped at American Eagle, but I'm going to go support them. So that could definitely be a strategy now where it's like, we need to do something that's going to offend the wokies so that the majority of people will go out and spend their money so that we can't be canceled, you know?
Yeah.
So we got to be mindful that we're not being used playing into that trap
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna, like, this is what happens. That type of mentality. Because it's not just, I don't want to say like just white woke. It's woke. Period. Right?
Yeah.
It's just that mentality. Whether it's black, whether it's white, whether it's Hispanic, and whenever you see that, what are people doing? They're just saying, I'm going over here. They're not. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to that. I'm not. But this is the issue, though. The majority, just because the majority don't want to listen to it or hear it, it doesn't mean they're dealing with it. So, and then they just leave those people and they just talk about those people and then reject those people. That's not what God does either.
Right.
So I'm not, even though those people might be annoying, you got to look past your annoyance to deal with that. Deal with them in love, like, because they feel rejected. Because then it's just going to turn into something else.
Right.
Yeah.
And all those, that happened over time with a lot of this, what's it called? Hipster stuff, you know, and all this stuff that we're seeing with, it has trended in culture, you know, all the trendy stuff. So where you're like, well, why am I doing this? I don't know. I'm just doing it because everybody else is doing it, you know, wearing
blue hair,
wearing the knitted hats in the summer.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, another trend from the left that is so annoying is the big giant crazy glasses that they all wear,
and they all start looking the same.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, why do they wear these
like
goofy
Colbert
glasses?
starts looking like, what's her name?
Rachel Maddow,
and then
what's his
O'Donnell,
name?
Rosie. They all start looking the same.
Mark Cuban.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, like they're all. You haven't seen the glasses that they all wear?
Those big black ones?
No, they can be all different.
They're
colors.
all different colors, but like they're big frames and like they're always. And then like especially like the very educated women on TV, their glasses are always huge and the frames are big and they're always like weird shapes. It's you haven't noticed that? Wow.
Well, maybe it's
you think there's something in the glasses that's warping their brains? That's the aliens are using. No, I'm joking.
Let me show this clip of Mark Lamont Hill on Piers Morgan explaining to everybody why this is white supremacy.
Dude is wild.
Because you used the word normal and talked about it in the context of this white woman. White women are normal, but so are other people. The problem is, historically, we have only normalized white people. And so we've made white women's bodies, white male bodies, the norm. And we've made everything else less human, less beautiful, less real. And so when we say good genes are the ones that...
What a load of crap. Honestly, I'm sorry, Mark. If I may jump in on my own show. What a load of crap. I saw Beyonce do a jeans ad. Everybody drooled over it. I loved it. Thought she looked hot when she did. Right? I mean, what are you talking about, man? This is... Let me ask you a straight question. Let me ask you a straight question. Does Sydney Sweeney have bad genes? Yes or no?
No. I don't think she has bad genes.
Does she have good genes? Does she have good genes?
No. Again, you're trying for these gotchas. If you
does she have good or bad genes?
The whole point is...
He can't say.
He can't say it.
Yeah.
Why can't you have good genes, Mark?
Why is it racist?
Why
can't you have good genes?
If you're beautiful, whatever color you are, you have good genes.
People are gonna say you have good genes, but then they're saying, but because what standard of beauty makes it good genes?
Bro,
I mean, to be honest with you though, like, if you say you have good gene, like, okay, you know what I mean? Like,
the phrase don't make any sense. Yeah, the phrase
a little bit
yeah
dumb. Like, I get what they're saying because we've been conditioned to hear it that way, but why are we? This is what sin does. Like, it complicates things, and we get caught up in the weeds.
He just sounded like a kid, bro. That's what sin does, bro.
I mean, this is. But seriously, like, if you look at this guy, and he's had him on here, and he's been
look at that freeze frame right there.
Yeah,
he just
like,
looks unhinged.
The stuff, like, he's a smart guy.
Yeah,
he is.
But the stuff that he says is so stupid.
He's just captured by race and
who's the number one? Who's the woman that the family and the woman that has been the image of what beauty is for over a decade now?
Beyonce, right?
I can't.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh yes.
Wow, that was
Yes.
Beyonce.
But they consider her white though.
But she's not white. She's not.
She's Armenian.
She's where is that? Is that like Middle East or
it's kind of
Eastern Asian?
It's like it could be considered very Eastern Europe.
But they don't look
very Eastern Europe.
They look like Princess Jasmine type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they have been the image of what a woman, a beautiful.
They're not blonde hair, blue eyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what are you saying, dude? You know what I mean? Like, his point makes no sense.
Yeah, but again, like, I was thinking about, I was talking to my kids about this. Like,
Donnie's on.
If my kid,
what did he say?
I told my kid, I was asking my kids, I was like, if somebody says, "Hey, you're a pepperoni pizza," they're like, "Huh? Okay." Like, exactly, it makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
So for you, does it bother you? No. The only thing that's going to trigger you or bother you is if you're actually struggling in it. Right? And you feel like you have to fight that.
Right.
But when somebody says something that's outside of your reality, it just doesn't make sense, right? It's literally divorced from you.
Right.
So if I say something like, I was telling them, like, if you make a mistake and you trip over the ball, Jake, on the field, and somebody's like, "Oh, you're horrible.
You suck.
You suck."
Yeah.
Is that going to affect you? He's like, "No, because I know I just made a mistake."
Yeah.
Like, exactly. So you won't take it that way, but there are people who will because they struggle with it, right?
And then they feel like they need to prove themselves.
And they feel like they need to prove. Maybe they even fight on the field, right? And this is where we get in the weeds because, like, when you look at what Jesus said, who the Son sets free, or either truth sets you free, right?
Yeah.
Who the Son sets free is free in reality.
Yeah.
Indeed. So we're learning as believers to believe what God says about us. It takes time to believe that. And it only can happen through understanding that we're not sinners in the sense where we're living as this old nature still. No, we're learning how to live in this new nature, but we're learning how to reject that old nature. That's an old reality. And that's how we think and process things, right? And that even disconnects you from, that's the parasympathetic system versus the sympathetic nervous system, because you have to get into the place of rest. And the only way you can get into the place of rest is you get into the place of security or truth that you really don't have yourself. Like if you're insecure about something, you're literally struggling with that thing that you're insecure about.
Right.
But that's a reality in your head that you're struggling. Once it becomes total reality to you, you don't struggle. You're totally not dealing with it anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you're literally like, if somebody says something to you and tries to bait you, it won't work. People don't try to bait you in places that it doesn't work. They try to bait you where it works. You know? And
like
this
when Jamie plays sports, he tries to get in your head, and if it works, he's going to keep on doing it. And then your game is going to be terrible.
And I do that like playing cards and stuff. Like, the strategy is to get you off your game, because now I know you're going to try too hard, and that's going to get you off your game.
And that's the proving yourself, right? But that's where the struggle is. Now you are caught, am I this? Am I that? Now you're like unsure of the reality. If you're sure of your reality, it's true to you, and it just it's not even gonna affect you, right? And so that's my point in, like, you're fighting over something. If you're fighting over this, and like I see the dude's face, I forget his name,
Mark Lamont Hill.
Mark, and like just how he's struggling in himself with this. Why? Because that's what sin does. The power of sin is the law, right? So what are we trying to do? We're all in sin trying to justify ourselves. But we're trying to prove ourselves in the courts, right? We're trying to prove who we are. And that's what we struggle with all the time. And that's what so now we're all in sin and we're all trying to prove ourselves, right? But we're all struggling. That's the reality. If we're in sin, we're all struggling with the reality. Because the reality is we're all sinners if we're struggling. The moment we are not struggling anymore, I have overcome that sin, right? I'm not in it anymore. Therefore, it's become divorced from me. It's dead. Once something's dead, it doesn't move it has nothing in me. It's literally, it has no being in me. You get what I'm saying? And that's what we're learning to do. Because then, and like being able to just explain that to my kids, then they're like, oh yeah. So I'm like, so when somebody says something to you, you got to recognize, how'd that make me feel?
Right.
If that makes you feel a certain type of way,
that's something I'm dealing with.
Then you gotta deal with it. How do you deal with it? Like how do you deal with it? Oh, I gotta take it to God. Yeah, you gotta bring it to the one who can actually deal with it. Because if you're struggling with it, you can't overcome that yourself. You need to go to somebody who can overcome it for you.
And if you're running around trying to prove yourself to everybody so that they think of you what you expect them to think of you, you're just going to drive yourself crazy.
And then you're justifying yourself. You want to look good in your own light. It's never going to work. Because that person wants to see what they want to see. You want to see what you want to see. You're always going to conflict. You know, and this is what we deal with families. Like, everybody, if you have a bad, unhealthy family, the whole family, all the brothers and sisters, they're all going at each other. You know, they're all fighting because they're all struggling to justify and prove themselves. You know, and this is the issue with this whole gene stuff. That's why I'm like, man, if you get caught up in it, you're part of the problem. Like, this is baby stuff. In reality, I'm not saying we don't have to deal with it. We do. But I'm just saying, like, they'll have like endless discussions about this stuff, and it's like,
is it white supremacy? Is it eugenics?
Is it white supremacy, Donnie?
Oh, so what did
he
so
say?
he wrote, it's a fashion style, nothing to do with left or right, with a hand to the face emoji, and then he wrote again, right. So just because it doesn't affect you doesn't mean it not valid. I don't know what he means by that. What was he?
I don't know. I would say elaborate.
I mean, I think he's trying to say just because it doesn't bother you doesn't mean it's a valid point or not. But to me, it's not a valid point, because you're assuming you're projecting your own insecurity onto whatever this ad is. And you're trying to turn it into something that is offensive for reasons that you're dealing with.
Yeah. And that's and so on the other side of that, like to Donnie's point, like if you're not dealing with it, you can still have sympathy for what somebody else is dealing and struggling
Absolutely.
with. Right? That doesn't mean that you just negate them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Like the left who's dealing with this stuff and they're the loudest.
Right.
It doesn't
He said
mean-
it's not left or right. It's a fashion choice.
I know it's left.
It's the people on the
It's
left.
literally left.
The people on the left are the ones that are calling this.
They're bringing this up. Yeah.
Fascist and Nazi propaganda.
You can only see it that way if you're focused on that
Yeah.
much, right? In trying to prove and justify.
Just like Jamie brought up the Beyonce thing. She's trying to be white. You can say that she's trying to be white.
Well,
She's
how come-
trying to prop up the white, the white, look. The
standard of beauty.
Yeah, the standard of beauty is to be white.
That is imposed.
Blonde hair,
imposed by
lighter
white
skin.
supremacy, right?
Yeah.
So how come How come that was never brought up? How come there's no outrage around that?
Because this is Queen Bee.
What'd you say, Mom?
Prejudice.
Well, I think it's just because they have sacred cows that they can't attack. And it's easy to attack something that features a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl.
Yeah.
Like,
but where it's like, oh, I don't want to offend you. That's the places where you gotta, I don't want to say attack, but I would say like you have to deal with, because if you're the reason why you're gonna get offended so bad and you might want to punch somebody, want to curse somebody out is because you're struggling within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, once you're not struggling, it doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
You know, like once you're not struggling, the N word doesn't affect you anymore. It won't.
You would literally laugh.
Yeah.
If someone called you that, you would laugh.
Literally, like it's like all right, like,
like that's all you got. Like
yeah,
you
like,
gotta,
because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I still love you,
right?
You know, and I have to remind myself of that sometimes, because sometimes when people like are offended by me and they like say stuff, you know, I gotta think about like, all right, I can see why they could get mad. I can let me look at it from their perspective. You know what I mean? Because I'm not offended.
Right. Well, speaking of being offended, let's make some people mad by Trump's reaction to the Sydney Sweeney thing. They asked him about it, and in typical Trump fashion,
I don't even know what Sydney Sweeney is in. I don't think I've ever watched anything with.
She's in a bunch of stuff that we wouldn't watch.
Yeah,
but she's just known for being someone who shows off her body.
I just found out she's in that show on HBO. Is it Euphoria?
Yeah.
I've never watched
watched it either. But remember younger people were watching that. They were obsessed with that show. She's from
what's her name was in it?
Zendaya.
Zendaya was in it.
From what I've seen, that's a
horrible show.
Yeah, it's about kids. I tried. I think I tried to watch the first episode, but I couldn't get through it. It felt wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's about like teenagers that are addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she's not particularly a great actress or anything. I think she's just, a cute. Like I said, she's a cute girl that got big boobs that guys like to look at. Yeah. So that they use it. So she somehow became, the face of a lot of things.
Jeans?
I mean, that's all subjective.
I'm joking.
That's all subjective anyway. Like everybody has a preference.
Because I've seen some pictures of her. I was like,
right, exactly.
You don't look that cute.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
I'm not,
It's all about taste at the end of the day. Like that's not everybody's.
But she's not an ugly,
right.
Ugly
I don't even know
woman.
who she is.
Well, you saw her.
No, that. Yeah. I know, but I never.
Anyway, let's listen to this guy being hilarious as usual.
Actress Sydney Sweeney came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney. She's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Yes.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican,
I mean, just
I think her ad is fantastic.
right. What did she say about me? If she said anything negative about me, I hate that ad. Take it down.
He's funny.
He's crazy. Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with that. That has been a topic
That's
of
all
conversation.
they're talking about, dude.
I know, man. CNN's doing whole panels on it, talking about its, eugenics.
They're too much.
Yeah. Again,
It's a mind. I think it's a mind game with the marketing. That's just my humble conspiracy.
mind game with the marketing. Yeah, I agree. So I want to touch on this story. I don't know if you guys heard about that brawl that happened in Cincinnati.
Yes.
At the Jazz Festival. I saw a clip of it over the weekend, and then Mom sent me something on it where they were talking about it. I'll show this clip. It's pretty brutal. It was a big fight, and it's another way to try to divide this country, especially racially. You're seeing this happen over and over and over again, especially on X, where you're seeing these two factions. I mean, that's where the whole black fatigue thing started coming in. You're seeing these factions grow up where it's like black people are tired of white people and lashing out, and now white people are getting tired of black people and want to lash out, and it's just causing division in ways that we need to be aware of and we need to be openly praying against. But this is what kind of went down at a jazz fest. It was late at night. People were drinking, and a big fight ensued, and it got crazy. And a bunch of people just kind of ganged up on this guy.
Did they say did he say the dude did anything?
So, well, hold on. I'm gonna show. I just want to kind of show how they kind of went crazy over here, and then people tried to break it up. Just kind of move forward. So then this woman gets in it. She's trying to break it up, and this woman comes and swing at her, and then this dude just hauls off and hits her, put her in the hospital. So there was a whole GoFundMe for this girl and this huge campaign where people were donating to her because, they were saying that this was unprovoked. They were saying that this was just a bunch of unruly people that just savagely beat up these people because they were in the wrong neighborhood. I don't know the full story, but I know that there was the full clip I'm going to show here from the beginning. I mean, it's not even the beginning, but like I said, it was a bunch of people outside of a location, and they were drinking a lot. And this shows a little bit more context with that people kind of got into it. And the guy that you saw getting beat up in the first video, he's openly trying to fight people. He's saying, "Come on, let's fight." And then other people come in and try to break it up. They're saying they're Russians. I don't know. I mean, he does look Russian.
He does.
But so this guy's talking to him, and then he smacks him in the face. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And that's when it all went crazy. And so
you provoked it. I don't know what happened.
In my mind, it's why would you be in that environment and then escalating something in that way? And then when it all gets chaotic, people try to frame it as in these are animals that are attacking these people because they're in the wrong neighborhood. And it creates this whole narrative that just continues to add more division when that's not really what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a bunch of people that are at fault here. You see a bunch of
drinking.
they're all drinking. They're all in the wrong environment. They're all trying to, live their best life in a sense and turn up, and then it goes bad. Now, as far as they took it with when you got
Beating
like six people stomping on one guy and then beating up women, that's when it's like, all right, come on, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But it doesn't get to that. Like if he didn't spark it,
Yeah.
Which is why, like Jake was saying, the sin just compounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're in the space of sin, it creates the pressure cooker for all of this stuff to happen.
Yeah.
So this has now become this huge division online, just like the Carmelo Anthony situation and the what was the other the woman they called the little boy the N-word. All of that.
Yeah,
so this is piling. This is
Yeah.
piling on top of all of that.
Yeah.
And creating this divide, this racial divide, that you're seeing happen. But the bottom line is like, again, it's chaos, it's violence, it's stuff that's happening, that's escalating around the country that we need to stop.
Yeah, sin complicates things.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line. Like, you were wrong before you even got there.
Yeah.
You're in sin before you even get there. And I'm saying like, why are you even there?
Mhm.
Like, if you really think about it, like, what are you doing there? What's the point?
Yeah.
Like we were in Puerto Rico. We went to.
I was just about to bring that to say
Yeah.
that as a joke. Where we in sin when we went to La Placita.
We went to La Placita, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really want to go because
Yeah.
I already been there and I already know what it is.
Mhm.
Now, am I saying it's wrong? No, but you gotta expect what you're getting into when you go.
If you're walking into that environment and you see if we saw a big crowd like that forming, do you go in the middle of that and
No.
start some stuff?
No, sir.
You don't. Yeah, you stay away.
You stay away.
Like, and I'm not saying again, like I'm not saying it's all bad, but so when we went there, this was interesting. You had salsa music playing in certain areas, right? Then you go around the corner and it's more hip hop.
Yeah.
Where's most of the security?
Around
The
the hip-hop
majority
club.
of the
Yeah.
security was around the hip hop clubs, right?
Yeah.
And it was way louder.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay away from there.
And the vibe there was
Totally different.
Totally different.
You
Yeah.
feel the difference, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna stay away from there because you know what you're getting into.
You know the element. Yeah.
So that's just the facts of it.
Mhm.
Like, it's listen to the music.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's nothing good coming out of that music. So if you're a part of that, there's a difference between rap and hip hop.
Mhm.
Hip hop is a culture.
Yeah.
I'm not down with hip hop whatsoever because hip hop facilitates violence.
Yeah. Drugs.
Degrading women.
Perversion.
Womanizing.
All
yeah.
kinds of ways.
Right.
Like, there's no standard.
Right.
The standard is I'm gonna do me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so why would I want to be a part of any of that?
Mhm.
I don't want to be a part of any of that. And if you allow that to be a part of your culture, well, now you have no standards.
Mm-hmm.
And the standards is whatever you feel like at the end of the day, which is said a lot in that culture.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
right? That's what it's going to be because you can twist anything that makes sense to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're good at that as human beings.
Yeah.
It's not a race thing. It's what we accept into our lives thing, right? And the more we do that, you see, there could be a set of races that accept more than other races, but you can't. That's what they hold, or they're holding to their standard, right? And that's why culture isn't bad. Even nationality isn't necessarily bad, because with nations you have certain sets of standards that you hold to,
Right.
and a lot of them are good.
Right.
There might be some that aren't good. There's probably sometimes in nations there's a lot that aren't good.
Yeah.
But you can say like, okay, this is good. I like this about them. I
Right.
like this about them.
and you can say this I'm not messing with.
Right.
I'm not, and it's funny because when you say that, like culture, and there's certain things that we point out and say, nah, that's not good. Everyone has no problem like making fun of Indian street food culture, that whole thing that has blown up online, like because you watch them making that food and you're like, that's disgusting, right?
Yeah, that's not good.
But how come we can't have that same approach to certain things about our culture that we're like, nah, I'm not messing with that. Like, you're wrong for that. That's racist.
Because I was about to say, because you would be racist.
But again, it goes back to us being able to take responsibility over our own lives.
Yeah.
Like, if we can say, yeah, there's something wrong about this, we can now say, all right, how do we? I'm not dealing. This is literally just basic responsibility. I'm not allowing myself to be a part of that.
Right. I don't accept that. Yeah.
That's responsibility. Like that little bit. And then if you're like, well, I've been a part of this my whole life, I don't know how to get out of it. Okay, cool. You can learn though, right?
I mean, we were a part of it when we were younger.
Exactly.
We accepted all of that.
Yeah.
It was just normal. That's what everybody did. But you had to come to a point where you're like, no, that's not this isn't right.
Yeah.
And we don't accept that anymore. And we need to stop telling people that it's okay to accept that.
Yeah. Right. But can I expect people who are in, again, I'm gonna say it because we run away from these, are in sin to think like I do? No. So I can get why people are just looking at where it's coming from, black people, and they're saying like, this whole black fatigue thing is, I get it, because if you can look at it, if you can't see that black culture as a whole has problems.
Yeah.
Right? And what has been accepted in. But not all black people have accepted that in.
No.
There's so many black people that I don't want any parts of that.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't look black, but I'm half black. So do I get to be a part of that?
Right.
Probably not, because I don't look black, right? But that's another issue, right?
That's another trend that's going around on TikTok now about people being biracial.
Yeah.
And like how black culture doesn't really understand them. Even though they see them as black, or you accept them as black when it's convenient.
Yeah.
You accept them, but you can easily push them aside when it's convenient as well. So that's interesting. But one of the things that that culture that we're talking about promotes is violence, and you see it especially in the cities, in the inner cities, and the culture there. Did you guys hear about that shooting in Philly at the public pool? It was only open for one day.
No.
I'm gonna play.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So there was a public pool that they opened up. They've been waiting all summer for this like public park to open up where they put a pool, and it was only open up for a few hours. I'm gonna play the police chief talking about it.
Come on, man.
Ugh.
Yeah, so
little kids, man.
Kids being hit. And these were kids.
Donnie said we can't hear.
Can't hear.
You can't hear us right now, Donnie?
Donnie said a couple of things.
He did.
He said they can't hear.
But the last thing that he said, we can't hear. Can you guys hear us?
Do you see the audio going up? Okay. So yeah, they should be hearing us. I don't know. Maybe that's his.
Yeah. But he did. He said a couple of things. The first thing he said is that you don't see anything wrong with that. He was talking about what Trump was saying, as long as she is a Republican.
He was joking. Oh my gosh.
But if it's not, it's trash. Can't take joke. That's
it's like
them liberals can't take jokes, man.
No, it's just when you hate Trump, it's
But did he say it's trash? I didn't hear.
No.
But he did say something else. He said that I agree with you. You are saying, but you can't say it's only hip hop or black culture. It makes it sound racist, because rock and roll and hard rock is just as dark and violent as hip hop.
There is no way you can compare the amount of violence that the culture has glorified when you talk about rock music and hip hop. And if you're trying to make that comparison, you are completely delusional. Like, that is nonsense.
You can say
nonsense.
that they're both wrong, because
Yeah.
rock and roll glorifies devil worshiping and things like that.
And like, if you talk about grunge rock and depression and the culture of suicide and antidepressants and all of that, yeah, you can make that.
Well, I mean, we said that.
Yeah.
that there's things that you culturally you can see that there are things that you can get.
Mom.
I was like this though.
Culturally, you can see, right?
Yeah.
There's things that are there, right? And that's what we were talking about. We didn't go into it, but yeah, you can look at all those music genres and say, like, pop, all these things.
R&B is overly sexualized. R&B has created a culture of fornication and like completely just over sexualizing,
and we were a part of it.
Yes.
Like, and so it's all sin.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we're saying. Like, it's all a part of the problem, but you can see the issue is, like, once you are taking away every standard, which is what hip hop does, like, literally there's no rules.
Yeah.
Right. Except for don't snitch. Like,
right.
There's no rule. And that's bad. Like, so because you don't have any, if there's no snitching, there's no authority, right? There's literally no authority whatsoever. So you're not going to have authority in your house. You're not going to, and it's whenever you feel like you're authority, now you're authority.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be called a king. Everybody wants to be called a queen. But the problem is you want the title, but you don't do any of the things that go along with it.
Yeah.
And you don't really want any things that go along with it.
And not only that, it's like when you look at the dark elements of other genres of music, whether it's, metal, death metal, or even grunge that was big in the 90s, it doesn't become a glorified element of the overarching culture. It doesn't become an identity for the entire culture. It doesn't become like, this is something that we aspire to. You know what I mean?
I mean, we've seen that. We've talked about it before, from our personal experience with, people that we grew up with. We saw people that grew up in good homes, quote unquote good homes, that didn't need to
Donnie knows a lot of them.
Do half of the things that they did.
Yeah.
Which, they're listening to music
They
that's
were influenced by the
glorifying
music,
drug dealing and doing things like that.
And street culture, and it makes you feel like you want to be a part of that, or that you have to what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you have to make your name in that world in order to have some type of credibility amongst the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And yeah, I won't say that they're actually good homes. They might be like
Yeah, that's why. That's why
quote
I said,
unquote good
Yeah,
homes.
because-
what's statistically considered a good home.
right, because if a good home will be able to war against that in the right way, and will be able to wrestle with those ideas in a way where you hold a standard and you can separate and divide those things, like why it doesn't make sense, why, but when you don't have that, you fall to those things, and it doesn't matter where you're from, and it's a great way to destroy culture. That's how you know it's a device of the devil. We want to hold on to this stuff.
Right.
No, we want to let it go.
Yeah.
Like it's again, like I'm not saying it's not. There's a difference between rap and hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rap is a cult. I mean, hip hop is a culture.
Yeah. And the funny thing about the hip hop culture is it's not only black anymore. It has morphed into every different type of racial group that has it is really identifying and glorifying this type of culture and wanting to be a part of it. And feeling like they need to identify with it.
My kids listen to rap.
Yeah.
But they don't listen to hip hop.
Right.
It's different. Like they hear hip hop like, Daddy, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to have no parts of it. That's just because that's how they grew up, right? And they know, because I talk to them all the time about stuff. Why? Because I know that they have to have a standard for themselves to live by, or else they're gonna fall for stuff.
Right.
Because it's easy. Again, when somebody and I talk to my kids about this, but I always reinforce it. So if they're in school and they're being made fun of, oh, you don't know who this is? Oh, you don't know who that is? Right? And they're getting made fun of but they are to the point like, I don't care who that is.
Right.
I don't, but other people who don't have that in them, it's going to affect them in a way where
I don't want to be left, I don't want to be an outsider.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I don't want to know who that is. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Right?
What's good about that?
Donnie said, so then you have to say then the art of all types of music has took a dirt turn, because I wouldn't walk into a hard metal rock band either, because they too can get violent as well. That's why I choose to listen to true gospel.
To Taylor Swift.
I mean,
if you're going into a mosh pit, you're gonna be catching some elbows. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah,
keep yourself away from those type of environments. Just like that white dude, you shouldn't have been in that environment, provoking and slapping that black dude.
But there are people. I'll say on the other end, there are people who need to go, who God sends into those environments. Like I was just watching this thing about a guy who was doing mosh pits, doing music for God. And he was just telling all the stories of people who came to God through doing that for so long, but he's singing the same, it feels this, like, not, I won't say feels, but it's like, it's the same style of music. That's but what he's doing is totally different, right? And people are being drawn to God, right, through it. And he's seen all these people drawn to God throughout his time doing that.
Just like hip hop.
Just like,
It's like any kind of music that
you can go in and not be hip hop but sound like it, right?
Yeah, the first thing he says, so then you have to say then all types of music has a dirt turn. But isn't that what we gave an example of every type of genre and the problem that it has? It has a different type of R&B, which the world that we came in, glorified sex and getting women and all that.
Yeah,
hip hop
manipulating women with your game.
That's not right either.
Yeah, you can take anything, the purpose of it, and then twist it. Like even gospel. There's gospel music, and not coming at whatever you listen to, Donnie, because I don't know what you listen to, but there's gospel music that people do that is not. There's no God in it.
Yeah,
really.
It's a formula.
Yeah.
Whether like.
But I'm just saying, like, you can't even. Name me, you can't, like, if you're going to be real about it, it's not racism. It's just the facts. Like, name me 5 death metal artists that were shot and killed.
Yeah.
Because I can name 10 rappers in the last year.
Yeah, you can name a lot that have
that
committed
has died,
suicide.
committed suicide,
Right.
or have died
through overdose.
Through overdose. Yeah.
So it's a different type of demon.
Yeah,
in
it's
each.
a different thing. It's
Yeah.
still dark, but it's a different. I'm saying like one glorifies outwardly violence. Yeah.
But again, like, yeah, there are in that realm. There are tools used to bring destruction into people's lives.
Absolutely.
And these musicians are being used. But again, we're talking about really a culture and a community is being destroyed.
Yeah.
The hip hop culture actually destroys community because there is no real community. It's every man for themselves.
Yeah.
Like there's no community.
Yeah.
That's why there's fights every time you go to these places.
Yeah.
Because you're always in that fight or flight, you know, because that's what we've been taught.
Yeah, we were just showing this about the pool. Like they just opened this up for the community because the community needed something, and in a couple hours, it started from a fight over a girl, and then because they had police there, they had security there, they broke it up. The dudes came back later, and
stupid.
You know.
Yeah, we got to be able to look at these things.
He said, "No, y'all said it was hip hop. Dark is dark. Sin is sin. No difference." What?
Yeah, I don't know.
We
hip hop is destructive. That's basically what we're saying.
We didn't say it was
like,
just hip hop.
if-
Hip hop
if-
has that problem.
Yeah.
R&B has this problem.
Yeah.
That's basics, okay? If you look at it, if you look at any community that's being killed more than any other community, it's the black community.
Yeah.
We got to be able to see that, right? Why are young black men being killed by other young black men? That's a problem.
With violence.
And it's because they're a part of the culture. It's a cultural issue that is connected to hip hop, literally. That's what we're talking about. You don't see that in any other culture. Now, there are other problems in other cultures? Yes. But this thing is
We're talking about a specific problem, you know, and the fact that you're trying so hard to make it about so many other things is like, it's just because like
whataboutism.
No, it's not only that. It's like you feel the need to defend this culture, the culture that we're talking about.
The culture that you're not in.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of whataboutism.
Because you identify with the race that goes along with it.
Yeah, whataboutisms are that you deflect.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to deal with what's going on, right? Well, what about this? Well, what about that? People do that so that they don't have to deal with their own stuff.
Yeah.
And again, if it's connected to you and you feel like you got to defend it, there's something in you.
Yeah.
You know, like I can see this, and it's like obvious. I was a part of this.
Yeah.
You know, we were a part of this. We do music.
We've felt the feelings of hip hop taking us to places that we didn't need to go.
Yeah.
And feeling like we needed to be a part of things that we shouldn't be a part of.
We've been in the rooms with these people.
Yes.
Right.
We've been in the studios with them.
Yes.
With these artists.
Like literally in the hip hop
Right.
scene. Like artists that you know and could name.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to see the truth.
Yeah.
You know, I want the truth more than anything else. And if you and does that mean that I don't want to have anything to do with these people? No.
Yeah. Or does that mean you see anybody as less than, or you see anybody as something wrong with them? No.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
there's
you know
something
what
wrong.
I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Like,
but it's a sin issue.
Right.
Right. But you can be dealing with stuff. There's stuff that some people deal with that is a problem, but there's stuff that other people deal with that they're gonna die if they stay in it. You know, and you see this affecting a whole community. We got to deal with this stuff.
Right.
We can't just let this go.
yeah. I mean, it's like you're trying to fix things in your home, and you see the issues that your kids are having with certain things, and you're like, yo, we got to address this, and that.
Yeah.
And then your wife is, well, what about the neighbor's kids? And what about that? It's like, that's not the point. We're trying to focus on our household. We're trying to focus on our kids right now. We need to start here and do this. You know what I
It's
mean?
like the Biden administration, huh? Trying to fix everything else, but
yeah. But I want to play the rest of this clip from the police chief because he kind of gets emotional about the kids.
That's what Donnie was saying. They couldn't hear him talking. Police.
How could they not hear it?
That's what they were saying. Two people said it.
It's playing.
Denver said it too.
Oh.
And individuals will come down here, both from the rec center that is here, as well as the school and other things. But we'll piece it together as the mayor indicated. It's difficult for me today because I grew up here. That is a pool that I grew up in.
Wow.
I lived only 2 blocks away. You know, this is always a safe place for us as children to come. And to find that we have almost 75 children in the pool, and individuals will come down here and fire when our children are here. There are boundaries. And if they don't set the boundaries, then we will set them for them. As the mayor indicated, then we will set the boundaries. We're going to do everything in our power to bring those individuals who put our children in harm's way, put any of us in harm's way, but particularly our defenseless children in harm's way, or here at the pool, to have a good time. Only to have to be, their parents have to pick them up at the hospital. Who does that? And so we're going to work hard. I'm confident, as the mayor indicated, that we will bring those individuals involved in this case to justice and make sure that the right thing happens with them. I'll now turn it over to the mayor to.
Yeah. So
who does that?
Who does
People
that?
who don't have any standards.
Mhm.
He said it. Boundaries.
There are boundaries, but
That's standard.
They don't have boundaries
They don't
anymore.
have
They
any
don't have
standards,
any.
bro.
They don't have boundaries anymore. Like even back in the day, like people have talked about this situation. They were saying like back in the 80s, like when crack was at its height, like, and you know, that's kind of when all things started getting crazy in the hoods, real crazy,
Yeah.
right? Like even then there were certain people that were off limits, which was like kids and like women or people that were considered squares. Like they weren't in the game, so you didn't target them.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's just like all of that has gone out the window.
Yeah. I saw something, I think it was like a gang in like Houston, either Houston or New Orleans. And they were like saying like, now the thing is bodies. Like, it's all about how many bodies you have. Like that's
bragging rights.
That's their standard.
Yeah.
Like, so it becomes like there is no standard. Death is the standard.
Right. But isn't that what the Tren de Aragua gangs, the MS-13 gangs, like they worship death.
Yeah.
So death becomes the standard for them. Where's the difference there? So that's why you saw it get as out of control as it was in El Salvador.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you look at it, like it's all about pride because it's always pride, right? Like when again, Jamie said it, just to be like, you ain't up on this, right?
Yeah.
That's all pride, right?
Yeah.
We don't believe
you ain't got the bodies I got.
Yeah.
You ain't on my level.
Yeah, you don't believe me. I mean, we don't believe you. You need more people, right? It's all about intimidation, pressing you, making you submit to this thing, causing you to be fearful. It's pride, right? Who's gonna back down first? I'm not backing down first. But then at the end of that is death. That's the thing. It's death. You're gonna if you're in so much pride, you're gonna die, or you're gonna kill somebody else, right? So at the end of the day, what are you serving? You're literally serving death, and that's why you see so much death around communities that are like that.
Yeah.
If pride is over everything, a lot of people are gonna die. You know, and so how do we change that? We need standards. What are life? Let's put life up. I don't want to do that to that person because they're going to die, right? I don't want to do that to that person because they might retaliate against me. And then maybe my daughter might get killed.
Yeah.
They're not even thinking through these things because there's no life there. Right. But the more we love people, we're thinking about life more and more and more. Right. And then you see how communities start to thrive in life.
Yeah.
Right? That's what changes things. But in order to do that, sometimes we have to give up our own lives. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to face the things and we have to face the intimidations. Right? And go into these places and say, dude, there's another way.
Yeah.
You know? And some people die for it.
what was the rapper that the gospel rapper that was calling out, these rappers for still talking about the same drug culture and gang culture. The dude with the dreads from Louisiana, what's his name? And then they
D1.
D1, yeah. And then they came out trying to clown him and basically sun him like, who are you?
Yeah.
But that's the mentality where it's like you're not addressing what he said though. You're not addressing like the point that he was trying to make.
Yeah. You're literally causing destruction. You're propagating and perpetuating destruction in your communities, and you don't care about it.
Right.
Because
you're getting rich off of it.
Yeah.
You're profiting off of it.
Yeah.
And people are dying.
Hip hop culture.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You got to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Donnie said, "This is what I'm saying. Folks are crazy. Evil is in this world, which is deeper than hip hop culture. That's all I'm saying."
I mean, yeah,
Absolutely.
I get that, but
yeah, it is.
Everybody's got to deal with something. You got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So if you say it's in everywhere. Duh.
Yeah.
Like not to be disrespectful, but but where do you start?
Right.
People are sent to every place. So where are you sent? So we came out of it. So we got to talk about where we came out of.
Yeah.
We didn't come out of country music.
Right.
We didn't come out of rock.
Right.
We've done some stuff that sounds like rock. But my point is that we came out of this stuff. So yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it. We've seen what it did to ourselves. We've seen it what it did to other people.
People that we grew up with.
You've seen what it's done.
Family members.
Yeah. To other people. So it's close to us. So when God takes you out of things, he's going to send you back into those places. Right? And you know how many people I talk to? How many young kids I talk to that even playing soccer? How many people I talk to that are in these things? And you have to love them. You know?
He tried to sun me. He said, "Finish what I said," because I didn't finish the statement
because I cut you off.
He said that's all I'm saying after the hip hop culture thing. And look at the school shooting. Are they hip hop culture? That is all I'm saying. And I agree with you with the D1.
I mean, school shootings is a totally different animal.
It's a different subject.
It's a totally different subject. Like you're talking, you again, you're doing whataboutism because you don't want to face the fact of what we're talking about and just admit the fact that this is a problem in the culture. This is a problem in the culture. Like, why can't we just stop there? Who cares about? Why do you gotta bring up all the other things that everyone else does? Like, let's start there. Our kids are behaving bad. We need to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's gonna touch your kids.
Yeah.
It's gonna touch your kids. It's gonna touch my kids.
Yeah.
But school shootings are bad too.
Yes,
and that's
they
another
are.
issue in the U.S. that they're not addressing.
Right.
Mental illness.
A lot of that stuff is the culture online and letting people get into these chat rooms and the type of stuff that they're discussing and these psych meds and almost every single school shooting is tied to some kind of psych meds.
Right. But
not just school shooting. What about the possibly white shooter in Manhattan?
Oh yeah.
Possibly a white man.
Yeah.
The video shows that he has an
100% black. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, again, like you can't. It's just like if I'm talking to my wife, and I'm like, we gotta deal with this, and she's bringing up all this other stuff.
Yeah.
No, we gotta deal with this.
Right.
You can't. Yeah, we could bring up the whole world.
Yeah.
We could bring up every.
We could talk about what's going on in Iran right now if we want to.
Yeah, but we got to deal with the stuff we need to deal with.
Yeah.
And admit to it and stop doing the what about this.
And if we're talking about, we were just talking about the stuff with Sweeney, how they're trying to make it a whole, how the country is trying to go back and forth with this black-white stuff, right?
Yeah.
How black culture has degraded.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't improved. Mm-hmm. It's degraded. Why? We got to ask these hard questions.
Yeah.
We got to be able to take responsibility for these things and look at them. Why? Because we love each other.
Mm-hmm.
Not because we hate each other. Because we love.
Yeah.
When you love somebody, you ask the hard questions.
Yeah.
You say the hard things. You know what I mean?
If we look around in a year from now, we look around and our entire community and our family is completely dysfunctional, and this one's over here doing that, and that one, we're gonna have to address it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah, I got kids that have been coming to my practice, and they like just they literally were just around, and I was like, all right, you guys want to come? Go ahead, you can come. But they're ghetto, right?
Yeah,
they grew up. They're from Camden. They grew up on so they say little smart things, pride, right? And I get it, but I'm like, dude, do you wanna just play, or you wanna learn, right? Because he don't even know how to kick. Like these kids don't even know how to really pass or kick the ball right, but they want to try to do all these tricks and stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm like, listen, you can come, you can learn, but don't tell me what you know, and I'm literally telling you, dude, you're towing the ball every time, right? And then he's like, right, these kids, and they're all doing it, and I'm like, you got to take away your pride. Are you here to play or to learn? I'm here to play. I'm like, then you don't need to be here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait, I'm here to learn. Like, okay, why are you here to learn? Because I need help.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
See,
so that's what I'm here to do.
but that's what I'm going to
Yeah.
help you.
Yeah.
And if
it's
okay.
If you take that help, you're going to improve.
But I had to get him to say it himself. I had to get them to recognize they need help.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you don't know what you're doing, and it's okay. But once they get it, and then at the end, they're like, thank you, And I'm like, listen, this is free. I'm going to teach you whatever you need to learn. Just keep coming back.
Yeah.
Right? And if you keep coming back, I'm going to see if you really care or not.
Yeah.
Right? And then, so that was only last week. Attitudes are totally different now. But I had to set a standard.
Yeah.
And I invited them in.
Yeah.
But this is my standard.
Yeah.
And I see their response. And I encourage them in their response because I care about them, and I want them to know, like, just on a simple level that people care, because I get it. But that little, and I'm not trying to brag or anything. Well, all I'm saying is that there's always opportunities that we can see where we can affect people and change culture for the better and lift people up wherever you are. But we got to be able to recognize it. We can't look, they got attitude. I'm not dealing with that. Right. No. Yeah, it's going to be, dude, I got kids that are great. They don't need to learn how to kick the ball. They know all this stuff. They're on a whole nother level. Like there's like 5 kids there. They're like all 12 years old. And they're not that good. I can't put them with the other kids.
Yeah.
So now I got to do a little bit more work.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to do it if they're willing to do it, And I also know that if they can see a little bit of somebody who cares about them, then it'll change their life.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it in my own life, And that's how cultures change. But when we keep giving the same attitude and we're all acting from pride.
Yeah. And then we make excuses.
Nothing changes. Yeah. And then can I say, they got attitudes. Yeah, they act the way they do. Could I be right in all of that? Yes. But me being right doesn't change anything in their lives. So we have to humble ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, how can I help them? What can I do? And that's all we're saying here. Like, it's little things. You don't have to go out there and people ain't listening to you when you're trying to be,
preachy
and stuff. But wherever you are, how can you help? And Donnie, he's a coach. He coaches track and that stuff.
Goes to Taylor Swift, fake Taylor Swift concerts.
But he can influence kids.
I don't get that.
He was at some Taylor Swift impersonator concert.
Was he?
Yeah,
was he?
I saw him. He posted
doing
it.
hearts and everything.
He posted it on
Facebook.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, like, guys, we as believers are called to step into these places, not to look and judge people and say, yes, it's true that they're dealing with this. Yes, it's true that they're disrespectful, but how'd they get there? How did they get to these points? They didn't just magically get there. And is it more true, or what is the truth? The truth is that who they are is in Christ, and if you believe in that, then God will show you who they are, and you can love them from that place, and that's what can change things. And what we're struggling with is everybody's just seeing what the outer thing is happening. Why are they fighting? Like, we just watched them fighting on the street. Well, how'd they get to that point?
Yeah,
they got to that point.
Right.
There's a reason why they got to that point. Right? We got to look past that as believers. But everybody can say, look at that and just judge it.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're creating narratives on both sides around it just to cause more division.
Right.
Talking about shootings, I'm sorry, but before I forget, there's this rapper, he's a white rapper, and I saw a video of him saying that he's taking all his music down and everything because he turned to Christ. And he was going to a church. He lives in Seattle. He lived in Seattle. He was going to a church, and that day, before he went into church, somebody drove by and killed him.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is. It is. But again, we can't, if we don't recognize, I'll say it like this. Sin is two-part. The light shines, or not sin, I'm sorry. The light is two-part. It shines on our sin to raise it up to a place where we can see it, right? We want to cover it up. So again, when we're deflecting and we're pointing about what is this, what about this, what about this, we're trying to cover our own stuff, whether we know it or not, right? But when we expose it, I'm struggling with this. We're struggling in this area, but I don't know how to fix it. Let me give it to the one. Let me come to the light, because the light gives us understanding. That's the other part. So now not only am I going to be convicted of it, I'm going to be given strategy and understanding of how to deal with it, right? And then that's how we grow in community. That's how we grow in love. And if not, we're just going to be judging people and picking people apart.
And that's what you see happening online now. Is that it's just escalating into more and more judgment. But man, Donnie got to come on and sit down in this room and talk to us. He could be our Donnie would be our Mark Lamont Hill.
He said
he could come on.
Yes. He said much respect to that, Jake, and then he has a couple of crying, laughing emojis.
I think he's
from the Taylor Swift.
Yeah, the Taylor Swift.
I didn't know what Jamie was talking about. I was like, something's going over my head right now.
No, I saw pictures he posted with it. But Mom thought it was real Taylor Swift.
Oh,
yes, she did. Mom was like,
Donnie.
She was like, Donnie went to a Taylor Swift concert. I said, what? He took a picture with Taylor Swift. I said, no way.
Donnie, I don't even think I'm friends with you. My old Facebook page got deleted, so you got to add me again.
Yeah,
I have no friends. Limited amount of friends.
Yeah, we gotta have Donnie on.
Man, we've been saying it for years.
He's scared. He's scared though. You scared, Donnie?
Nah, he's no way he's scared.
We're not gonna attack you, dude.
Nah, we're not.
We're gonna have a conversation and have fun.
But Donnie's our bro, man.
Yeah.
Like, we've known him. We're fellow. Mom, put it back on me, please.
Okay.
We are fellow African American society presidents. Me and him we're both presidents back to back.
That's right.
Come on, man.
You too light skinned. You too ginger and light skinned.
Listen, I'm gonna hang my hat on that anytime somebody tries to call me out in the black community. To be like, but you ain't really black though. I was the president of the Black African American Culture Society in high school. Huh?
Anybody get on you about it when you were president?
No. They voted for me. It was a voting system.
Yeah, they voted for
Yeah.
Even back then, Jamie was a young black leader.
That's right, man. Trying to change the community and the culture. Not back then. I wasn't. I was just. I was looking for a community back then. Yeah.
But yeah, all jokes aside, dude, you need to come on.
Yeah.
Come talk to us in person.
But yeah, man. Violence is a huge issue. Did you guys see the dude from? Remember the guy, Big Balls from Doge? Remember?
big
You don't remember
balls.
that whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
It was a young kid that
Yes.
was in Doge that like
Yes.
they exposed he was like a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
So apparently in DC, some woman was getting robbed by like 12 young kids, and he tried to step in, and they beat the crap out of that dude.
Dang.
Yeah, like it was bad. They were posting pictures of it online. This is him right there. That's why Trump was talking about like federalizing the police out there, because they have their own. It's so weird. They have their own police force, their own like DC is like its own little bubble.
I don't understand.
Well,
DC.
District of Columbia, it's its own entity. You know what I mean? They set it up that way in some weird,
It's like London.
Yeah, it's some weird move they made
Yeah.
back when they were setting up the Capitol. And then the whole idea of Columbia, we've talked about that, is a whole goddess that they created based off of, what was the god that was based off of? The one with the Phrygian cap from
Athena.
I think it was Athena, based off of that god, but yeah.
With the balancing scale.
Yeah. Oops. The wrong thing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I was gonna talk about Mamdani. I don't know if you guys have been seeing that. What's going on with that in New York, where he is getting a lot of support.
He didn't win yet, right?
I think they didn't do the official vote yet, right? But he's got like they've done like polls, and he's getting.
That just shows you how bad.
Good
New York is.
luck, New York City.
Right?
That shows you the depravity of New York.
Yeah, they're ready to vote in a straight up communist.
Yeah.
And then my sister that lives there, Millie. Oh, he's a nice guy. I mean, Millie, what? He's not a nice guy.
I mean,
See?
he could be.
What does a nice guy mean?
No, but I'm trying
What
to
does
say
that
she
mean?
doesn't know. She just sees how he smiles
Well,
and talk to
that's
the
what
people.
nice is.
Yes.
Like he's not kind.
It's like Millie.
He said he was an African American.
No.
Yeah, he
No, he
did.
didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Why? Is
His
he from-
family is
because
his
he's from
family is
Egypt.
He's from Africa.
He's from Sudan or something.
No, I think
No
he's from
way.
somewhere else.
Where is he from?
No way.
Let me see.
I thought he was
Not
Muslim.
Sudan,
I
but
thought he
it was.
Muslim.
Well, a lot of Africans are Muslim.
Uganda.
Yeah.
He's from Uganda.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, maybe.
So his family's Indian, but he's
Okay,
he's
I
from
get it.
Uganda. Yeah.
I
yeah.
get it now.
Yeah. And so that's why he calls himself African American.
That's not how that works.
Are you really?
And then Elizabeth Warren is endorsing him now, talking about how he has. You see how he had like all these plans for like state-run grocery stores and all this stuff. Like he's trying to implement some really, really socialist ideas in New York.
That's how you know, like the Democrats are becoming more and more left,
Yeah.
like
Dude.
left,
Like far
socialist.
left.
Look what's happening in Minnesota,
Yeah,
in Minneapolis. Like
that's a whole nother.
they got another. They got a that guy is Somali. The guy is trying to run for mayor
Yeah,
out
I saw
there,
that.
and he's a straight socialist.
It's weird how like Islam and socialism kind of go together.
Isn't that weird?
Is that like a way where they can then kind of implement Sharia law?
I
You know what I
guess.
mean?
I don't know.
Because the more you give power to the government, they can then implement
Whatever.
their laws.
Yeah, that makes sense. But do you think like I understand New York City, he could probably win, but New York's a big state.
Yeah.
Don't you think there's going to be a huge pushback from other places in New York about that? Like
I hope so.
About what?
About him.
about this mayor being that far left.
I mean, yeah, but what can they do about it? He's if they vote him in New York City.
I know, but they're going to be worried about the rest of the state going in that direction. So there could be a huge, like, you know.
I mean, it should be a wake up call. Hopefully, it is. I mean, and again, like a city like New York, you have a lot of these socialist AOC.
Yeah.
It's going to take something to turn around that city. It's going to take something.
Denver says he's a Marxist. They always smile and give you free stuff before they take control of your life and property.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video of him rapping? I'm trying to find it.
Yeah,
he's like naked or whatever.
He's literally talking about like Islamist.
Yes.
What's it called? Terrorist group.
Yeah. Yeah. That dude, I don't know what's going on with that. But
it's gonna be sad for New York if he gets in.
Yeah. That girl Savannah Hernandez, she was in Minneapolis, just going around showing how the state of it right now. Let's just watch a little bit of this.
Savannah Hernandez in the Cedar Riverside area of Minneapolis, and I wanted to come to Minnesota to highlight the cultural and demographic change of the state that houses the largest Somali population in the U.S. Now, I'm currently standing in front of Palmer's Bar because this bar has been here for 119 years, and they are set to close down in September after living through the Prohibition, outliving 2 world wars, and the Great Depression. They're going to be closing down because the owners state that not only is the current economic condition taking a toll on the bar, but also the culture surrounding drinking in this area has changed so substantially that they're losing $10,000 to $30,000 every single month. Now, this is not the only bar on this strip of land that is closed down, by the way. 3 other bars have closed down in the last 13 years, as well as an iconic punk rock venue. Now, that venue, which locals had previously stated was a staple in Minneapolis for up-and-coming punk rock bands, that closed down and has since been turned into an African restaurant. And this bar has been bought out by the mosque that is next door to it. It is the oldest Somali mosque in Minneapolis, by the way. They have bought this area, and they're now going to be combining it with their mosque and turning it into a community center. So just wanted to give you guys an idea of how the culture is changing in this area. You have a lot of these bars shutting down due to the drinking culture being much less. On top of that, a lot of the businesses that are coming in, much more tailored to the Muslim and African population. Just to give you guys an idea of my own personal experience as well, I've been walking around, I've been conducting interviews with a lot of the people on the street. The men have been fairly friendly and fairly open to speaking with me. However, they are very protective of their culture, and the other Minnesotans that I have interviewed on the street have said the same thing. Like, basically, if you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you, and they're very protective of their culture and quite wary of outsiders. Another thing that I did notice as well is none of the women will speak to me. As soon as they see the camera, they either turn the other way or will lift their hijab higher to cover their faces.
Looks like a different
I have not
country,
been able to
dude.
speak to any of the women on the ground. However, the men have been very open in telling me where they're from. For example, I spoke to a Somali man yesterday who stated that he was able to come to the U.S. just last year due to the visa lottery that allowed him to come this way. So just wanted to highlight the cultural evolution, the demographic evolution of this area, and how it is impacting local businesses and staples that have been around for over 100 years.
Yeah, so it's culture is changing there. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm that mad at drinking culture going away,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but
at what cost?
yeah. That's like a few people drinking versus,
Yeah.
implementing
Sharia law.
Sharia law.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
And Ilhan Omar has openly spoken out in speeches and stuff, talking about how her loyalty is to Somalia first. And she's gonna make sure that they can turn that into their home, their new home.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Somalia is destroyed.
Right.
So they just like Sudan, Somalia, like. So now they're just gonna.
That doesn't even sound right.
Isn't that crazy? And she's a part.
The country
she
that
is,
the country that puts you out, that you can't live in, you can't even speak
Right.
the way that you feel, and that's your main priority.
and then you come here and get elected to Congress.
Yeah, and all you do is crap on this
Yeah.
country.
And then talk about white supremacy and talk about how the white man is the most dangerous evil in this country. But then you marry one.
Yeah.
They all do that though.
Left her Somali husband to marry a white man.
But if you think like,
They all do that.
Yeah.
that's the left, like complaining about everything, unappreciative. no care like for what. They don't care about how this country came about.
Yeah.
How it was established.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm not saying it's perfect, but they did a lot of good, right things. There's a lot of good things they did. They don't care about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't appreciate it, you know? And it's not just, it's literally the left. It's the left in every way. Like, if you think about it, the woke, all the woke stuff, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate anything. They just want what they want.
Yeah. Socialism.
Yeah.
Communism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you destroy something.
Right.
If you don't honor what came before you, it's going to get destroyed because you're just going to take advantage of it.
Yeah. And them wanting Islam, they want Islam to be the law of the land.
Yeah.
I want to show this. This is the, again, Director of Government Affairs for CARE, Kentucky. You know, CARE is the Islamic group that Ilhan Omar is a part of, and she's spoken in front of them. That was actually who she was giving the speech in front of when she talked about, you know, her loyalties to Somalia. But just watch this.
Are a hateful bigot. Huh?
This lady is crashing out.
Who is this woman? What is she doing? I don't even know. Come.
Watch what she says.
I asked him if he did. I'm just hoping that this person has a mental...
I demand jihad. I demand jihad. I want ISIS to kill all of you.
Okay.
All right, somebody call the cops.
I am conspiring with Hamas, Palestinian jihad, and ISIS.
Okay.
I am conspiring with them.
Okay, this is going to go right to the FBI.
Perfect.
Mental illness.
No, this is Islam.
But what? Why is she even doing
Why
that?
is she
Because
so mad?
I guess because he's a Jew. The guy that's there.
Oh, okay.
The guy that she was talking to. Says it says meet Nora Salash, Director of Government Affairs for CARE, Kentucky. She really let the mask slip that this is a harmless civil rights organization when she yells, "I demand jihad. I want ISIS to kill all of you."
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing with Islam is they want to take over. They want Sharia law implemented everywhere. So they're not, and I'm not saying all Muslims are like this because that's, I'm saying that this is what the Quran wants, and it doesn't take all Muslims. It takes the ones that are going to push for stuff like this.
And they're openly allowed to lie about it. So when they ask Mamdani, is these the things that you believe? And he says no. He doesn't have to tell the truth.
Yeah. I don't even know if he's really like Muslim.
No, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because it's, again, like the stuff he carry, the stuff he's like the LGBT stuff doesn't make sense with Islam.
Yeah, it doesn't. But doesn't Ilhan Omar also say she's for that?
Does she?
Yeah,
'Cause I haven't seen it.
I've heard her openly say that.
Okay. It's confusing.
Yeah.
But again, if you connect yourself to these things for a moment, you'll just do it until it becomes weak, and then you'll just take it over.
Yeah.
And this is what they're doing. They're trying to do. You see the stuff that's happening in Texas. I don't know if you guys been on that, trying to set up that whole town.
Trying to set up a whole town, Islamic town, where they can implement Sharia law. Yeah. They're naming streets after.
Little by little.
Having their own police.
Yeah, but again, we have the opportunity to stop it. You know.
Yeah. All right, one more story before we wrap it up. I just wanted to show you guys this. This is, I don't know if you guys saw that Italy had passed a law banning gay couples from adopting children, and people were outraged about that. And just look at this story right here.
Oh, I saw that.
You saw this?
Yeah.
This.
I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. I could still be.
They adopted this baby, and then it comes out that this guy on the right here is a convicted pedophile.
How were they able to adopt a baby?
They don't.
Right.
He is listed as his primary offense, sexual abuse of children.
And he adopts. How could they allow that?
Where is he from?
Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, we shown.
It said PA is Morgan's Law. I don't.
Yeah, convicted pedophile. A couple Pennsylvania. They exploited a Pennsylvania loophole, sidestepping adoption bans for registered child predators. Wow. So I guess they got that passed.
Bro, there's been multiple stories. One of the stories, I don't know if y'all remember, the couple that adopted, I think it was 2 young boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I think their job didn't match. Like, one was a school teacher, the other was something else. And they were just living lavishly.
Mm-hmm.
And people caught wind of it, and it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And they found out they were trafficking the boys that they
adopted.
Mm-hmm. With videos and all that stuff, people coming in and out. Horrible. It's a perversion, man, that they're dealing with, and it shouldn't. I don't know. It's sad.
You talking about this right here, right?
Yep. I remember that picture.
Charged with molesting their adopted sons, also pimped them out to pedophile ring.
Unbelievable.
Look at this.
So apparently there's a problem here.
Yeah. So when people say, when we talked about this years ago, about the slippery slope, about why this shouldn't be allowed, you know, and this is why other countries are starting to ban this.
Yeah. I mean, you can even go into the studies. Like, you've talked about this. A lot of gay, men are gay because why? Because they have been molested by, a family member or somebody.
It's like 70%.
Yeah, which is high as heck. So you don't think that principality, that demon that is like ruling over them, isn't present, and you're allowing, these young kids around them to, to be adopted.
You're giving them guardianship over them.
Yeah.
And putting them in harm's way.
Yeah. Well, again, this is the sleight of hand of the devil. Like, when you're caught up in complications, and you're always you're so focused on one thing that you don't see the other, because you get caught up in legality, right?
Yep.
You're never, what trumps all of it? It's love, but you have to pervert love. So love becomes, love is love, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can't see straight. But when love is set in the right place, you always have to humble yourself to know what love is, right? Because love surpasses all knowledge. So you're literally, okay, every time you're struggling in something, well, how do we deal with this? You have to go back to the one who is the most loving, right?
Yeah.
And that's the struggle. That's why, again, it takes believers to lead in these things. And that's just the way it is. Because how else are people going to see it? They're not. The church is the ecclesia, where it's supposed to be a governing body. That's the point of a church. The reason why it came about, like, in the Roman time, is because Rome would bring, when they would colonize areas, they would bring in ecclesias, and they would send people out to try to culturalize that area to Roman culture, to a certain level, so that they could create a type of community in Rome, right? And this is like the same type of thing that you see with the church, but we're a governing body. But when you see people implement things, they might even have, their intentions might be good. Mm-hmm. Like, they have the idea of, like, okay, yeah, let's do this. But this is why you have to work these ideas out, and you need pushback, and you need to see an overarching account of all the things that could happen from this. Mm-hmm. Because if you're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, and then 10 years later you find out it was a horrible idea, because it wasn't vetted,
Right.
and it didn't go through a process of like, okay, how could this affect us? What is going on? You can't just run off with stuff.
Isn't that the issue with the vaccine?
Yeah, definitely.
Which I don't know if y'all saw that RFK just announced that they're gonna end all the mRNA contracts because
for companies
they realized that it did nothing and it actually made things worse.
Yeah, but with this whole thing with the homosexuality, gays being able to adopt, and then these type of problems are coming out. Well, if you think about it, like trans is new, homosexuality, how do you say gay marriage? I'll just say gay marriage is new.
Yeah.
So these things, we don't know. These are projects in a way. These are experiments,
right?
That you don't even know what's going to happen from them,
right?
And then you're just throwing everything into it and thinking, "Oh yeah, it makes sense," until it doesn't, right? And that's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with a lot of in the name of love, right? In the
and inclusivity and tolerance. Yeah.
We're gonna be dealing with a lot of new stuff.
Come up with a whole lot of stupid ideas.
Yeah.
Like marriage wasn't marriage, through
For
thousands of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, mRNA vaccines getting banned. And
I saw that.
Soda and candy is being banned from food stamps and EBT.
As it should be.
So there's a lot of good stuff
there's
happening.
There's no nutrition in that.
Yeah.
The
it's supposed to be a nutrition program.
Yes, you're supposed to be able to eat nutritional meals so that you can survive for your kids because you're in a hard place in your life.
Doesn't the S and N in SNAP stand for supplemental nutrition?
I'm not sure.
Let me look it up. What?
They used to be called food stamps.
SNAP.
And I used to be embarrassed.
Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
Wow.
So how does candy and soda fit into that?
Yeah.
And trash. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Yeah.
I remember being embarrassed because they used to give the paper food stamps.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
That was the old school way. You had to go in there and show your stamps.
Like, I don't want to go.
You didn't want to be in there when that.
Yeah, because it was kind of embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
As poor as I was when you guys were little, I never even thought of getting food stamps.
Yeah.
It just never hit me. I was like, I could have got free food.
Yep. She never even tried it. So we was stuck eating noodles with breadcrumbs. Remember that meal, Jake?
Yeah.
Noodles with breadcrumbs.
Garlic and breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Noodles.
We used to tear that up, though.
Olive oil.
We used to tear that up. That felt like good eating.
That all the time.
Good eats.
Yeah.
No, but I definitely remember it.
It wasn't bad.
Nah. All right, guys. Let's wrap it up there. Appreciate everybody for watching. Man, Donnie, we appreciate you for timing in and being a part of the conversation, man. It's always good when the fam jumps in there. Shout out to Denver, Emma. I didn't see Pop on tonight. Courtney, we appreciate you.
He's avoiding moon stuff with you, Jamie.
We still gotta sit down and have the moon conversation. But yeah, guys, if you want to support what we do, if you want to help us keep continuing this to keep going, please go to the Patreon, patreon.com/YoungLionTV. Link is in the description. You can head on over there and sign up to become a member and help support the things that you think need to last. Also, if you want to just hit the Cash App and you don't want to go through the Patreon thing, it's $YoungLionTV over there. And we have the merch available on our website, link in the description as well, if you want to get the hats and t-shirts and stuff and rock the Young Lion apparel. Show coming up, announcement for the show in November 1st. We're doing our City Winery show. So we want everybody to start getting their tickets now to that place will fill up fast. So get your tickets so you can get some good tables.
Oh, Pop was there the whole time.
Oh, we didn't see him. He didn't come on and say hi.
You ain't even say nothing.
He said, I was here the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, Pops. Yeah, so if you guys want to get your tickets, get them now for the City Winery, November 1st. And yeah, appreciate everybody. We will see you guys next week, man. Peace.
Peace.
Young lion, go live, yeah. Young lion, you rich, yeah. This kingdom has room, yeah. Go and fight people in, ooh.